BoxBox Hub is an absolute essential for any Formula One fan, and the entire app with new widgets, statistics, localized race schedules, and countdowns, you name it. They even have support for Apple's new live activities feature with real-time updates during a race right on the lock screen, and honestly, some of the best looking widgets I've seen.
Hello everyone, welcome to ALR Season 10, and we are about to get going, but before we do, it is time for the drivers and team lineup then for this season, and we are starting off with Ferrari, who have got a super duper team, I must say. Ferrari have not had the best of luck in the ALR World Championship, but now they have got two champions for the past two seasons. Lucas Percy, the Season 9 World Champion, an absolutely incredible season last season, the second earliest driver to claim the World Championship last season with 14 wins, and along with Troye, the Season 8 champion. And goodness gracious me, I must say that I do feel that that team could be almost then too much then for the rest of the grid to handle. And lastly, the former constructors champions was Williams team, who had an absolute nightmare of a season last season. Two-times constructors champions now, and of course a brilliant season last season with Walter and Percy. Now they've got two new pedalers in that team, and they are the form of Equals, and brilliant season last season, and finished 6th, his personal best in ALR Gold before Callaiman is 60th start in the not too distant future, a Grand Prix winner as well back in that superb race in Canada. Coop as in soup then, of course, a driver that had to stay in the ship with the Ferrari team last season. Coop is now going to be driving for the reigning Constructors Champion as well. Can he get a podium for the first time in his career this season is what is going to be on my mind. Second is the McLaren Mercedes team. McLaren then with up in their box talent Sloth last season, and I think that they came up quite a bit short of the Constructors running then for McLaren, so they are the current most successful team on the ALR grid then, with 3 Constructors Championships, I believe, or 2. Chazza then, of course, a veteran in ALR now then. If he attends all the races, then he will hit his 100th race start then in the final race of the season then. He's had 2 pole positions to his career as well, and this is the Silver World Champion in the form of Brabant then, Season 6 champion for Silver, and of course 9 wins in Silver and 3 pole positions, 22 podiums in his career in Silver. Let's see how he does in Gold then. A big step up for the Silver champion, but I have no doubt he is going to take to it like a duck to water. But up next is the Mercedes AMG team there, finished third in the Constructors last season then, unfortunately came up a little bit short towards the end after an incredible battle for second in the Constructors Championship. They do not want to finish second again though. Liam then jumped from the Haas team to the Mercedes team, 69 starts. Nice. Of course, he has never been on, he has been on the podium, I should say then, but of course he's never won a race. And Marky, the most unluckiest driver last season, he had the speed, didn't he, Marky did, but in the race trim there, he just seemed to trip over a few other drivers then, so hopefully he can put that to one side there. I get a strong forward. And AlphaTauri were languishing in the bottom half of the Constructors last season, but in the end they did finish 4th in the end, AlphaTauri, after an incredible dominating season back in Season 8 there, which is incredible. Both joint Constructors and the Constructors in every season apart from Bronze, I think it was. Knowlesy, 101 starts now, 4th in his best career was 4th in the championship back in Season 5, where he was fighting with Emerson at the beginning of that season, and of course he had 3 wins so the first 6 races. Knowlesy, so that is his best season to date then. And Tango, a former Gold driver then, of course making this return to Gold as well, of course after finishing a runner-up last season in Silver then, so cannot wait to see what Tango can do then for this season. Up next is the Alfa Romeo. The last time we're going to be calling them Alfa Romeo before we call them Kick, then of course I think it's depending on what country you're in then, or maybe even Kick. But Alfa Romeo then, yes, I mean the most famous name of Alfa Romeo. Last season they'll be in ALR for the foreseeable future, and Keza has the honour to race her own start. Going to make his 20th start tonight. Keza is there. Him and Toy Coin absolutely ignited the appalling season last season for the AlphaTauri team there. Now he's in the other Alfa, the Alfa Romeo. Chappers jumped into that second Ferrari seat when Vesely vacated it. Did a very decent job then, getting 6th as well as his best result then for Chappers. But this is going to be his first full season for Chappers. Looking forward to seeing what Chappers can bring to the table. Aston Martin British Racing Green, I think, or something along those lines. Aston Martin, a pretty difficult season really was. Equals did claim his first first win last season with the Aston Martin team. Nigel, of course, the former the first ever champion of ALR, struggled, didn't they? Mr. Raging Bull, no longer a Raging Bull, he's a Raging Martin then. Mr. Raging Bull then, of course, that incredible pole position back in back in Monza a few seasons ago. Then he has never won a race, so Mr. Raging Bull is, can he break through that glass ceiling this season? Nameless and jumped into that Mercedes for the final few races last season to try and help him get second. Unfortunately, came a bit short. Nameless did then, but his first full season as well from Nameless, of course, when he made his debut back in Hungary of season. Can he get that? Red Bull Racing is next, and Red Bull are up. They need to steady the ship. I think quite formidable and they had a lot of hits and a lot of misses, unfortunately, for the Red Bull team last season. Of course, Indigo did score a win or two then, and of course. And of course, Mr. Raging Bull did get a few good point scores here and that. Sloth, a former Grand Prix winner, of course, and he is making his 64th Grand Prix start tonight for Sloth. Unfortunately, though, and in terms of consistency, Sloth is always finished in the bottom half of the championship there. Let's see how well he does. And Toy Coin, absolutely incredible debut campaign last season, I should say, 10 starts then. And of course, a second, best sort of second, and he has had a pole position now at Toy Coin. Remember, he had 10 in F2, didn't he, last season? Haas team are next then on the board then, and it feels like we're going back to the future with the Haas team now, and I must say, overall, in terms of joint constructors, Haas, I think, have got one of the strongest teams there on the grid there. Gold, silver and bronze, an absolute stacked team then. Indigo, a Grand Prix winner now, didn't he? Of course, won that last season there. What could Indigo do then? Can he push on? Can he become a championship contender? I think that Haas are a very strong outfit. It's going to be difficult to be the Ferrari team, isn't it? But they have also former champion and the former German as well. German won his first ever championship with the Haas team back in Silver season 4 or something like that. No, season 2, goodness me. Yes, that's a very strong lineup. We've got some very good lineups this year. And then, of course, last but not least is the Alpine team there. Alpine, unfortunately, they've had some pretty difficult years since turning from yellow to blue. Started to get on the other end of the Alpine team. Alpine now do have 2 Grand Prix winners in the former box style, former runner-up in season 8 there, and of course finished third last season. He had an absolutely diabolical start to the season last season. He has the most wins on this current grid with 16 wins and 16 pole positions as well, and Immortal, a former 100% world champion as well. Grand Prix win last season for Immortal. A brilliant start to the season, the opposite of box style, to be honest there, and unfortunately he did drop off towards the end of the season then. So there are our runners and riders then, and of course, oops, I think I broke my feed now. No, that's not very good, is it? There we go. Hello. Then, of course, we are starting in the British Grand Prix. Then this is round 1 of the World Championship. Then, and let's go through the calendar, shall we, for this season? And hang on, let me get my specs out. We have a calendar which has been voted by the drivers themselves as a part of like the season 10 celebration. And all that kind of good stuff. But what we do have though on the oh god, still got a whooping cough, goodness me. Well, what we do have on the calendar then, we have no sprints this season, so it's just a standard Grand Prix weekend, and it is the British Grand Prix, of course, very fitted to have the first race of the season here in Britain, isn't it? Of course, remember, Formula 1 had, of course, their first ever race in 1950 there, didn't they? Hello to Nose then, let's go! We have also got Coop then with the fire emojis and great stuff indeed, unless that's a ginger joke. We have also got Moomin, ALR's back, let's go from Moomin. May have lost me as an admin, but I'm back then, ALR Esports says. I have a feeling that might be Paul. Paul Farmer, get your specs, Sean, that will help. Indeed it will, because this calendar's a bit small on my screen, goodness me. Right, then we go to Austria then next week, of course, in the Styria Mountains. Then cannot wait for that. And then we go to Spain for the Spanish Grand Prix in Barcelona, and then on to Hungary. Then the best circuit on the calendar, it is Spa-Francorchamps, the Belgian Grand Prix. Before we go to Zandvoort, a great circuit for qualifying. Maybe not a great circuit for racing, but it's certainly been very good over the years in ALR, hasn't it? In the Dutch Grand Prix. It's the Temple of Speed will be round 7 of the championship before we go to Bahrain, which is usually the traditional opening race for the Formula One season, but not this season. It's going to be round 8 then, and then we power on to Saudi Arabia for round 9, and then Abu Dhabi, which is usually the curtain closer, but not this season. It's only about the halfway mark, and then we go to Australia down under for round 11, and then we have a week's break, of course, before we return to the land of the rising sun in Japan, in Suzuka, for the Japanese Grand Prix. Qatar returns to the calendar as well for the second time this season. And China returns to the calendar as well after a couple of seasons hiatus. So China back then on the calendar. Then we go to Austin. Only one United States Grand Prix this season. Only one United States Grand Prix this season here, rather than 3. Then we go to wherever you want to go, really. We got another season, we got another break then, before we go to Mexico City then, for the Mexico City Grand Prix, before we go to San Marino, or the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, which I cannot pronounce, but all we know is it's Imola before we go back to the future then, goodness me, as Brazil will round out the season in Sao Paulo. Well, no, it's actually the Sao Paulo Grand Prix rather than the Brazilian Grand Prix these days. Can we do Zandvoort and F2 cars, Law? I might win, and Moomin is saying, and of course, Moomin, who has a very good track record in Zandvoort in Formula 2 cars. He doesn't the young ninja. Just taking a look at the grids then for out the rest of the championship. In silver, we have got Ultimate Beast and Irvine driving the Red Bull. It was McConey, but it's now going to be Magix who will be driving the Ferrari now. Craig Gard also be driving that Ferrari as well. Dylan, who was the highest in the championship for silver last season, will be driving the McLaren Mercedes, followed by Sweet as well, who hoping for a good second season there for Sweet. Reflections and pot stuff will be in the Alpine car. Nigel, a world champion for silver then, and Farf, who were teammates a couple of seasons ago when Nigel was the champion there. Goodness me. Nude Potato and Dopey Lemons will be peddling the Williams team there. Then we have got the Aston Martin with Jenna and a debutant in forms of TKM King, who of course did some races last season. Mumford and TK will be joining the AlphaTauri. Mumford are really starting to settle in ALR Silver. Of course, he has been a long-time veteran of ALR. Good to see him do well. TK, the bronze champion, stepping up to silver, and I think he's going to be very much in the battle for the championship. Camera Racer and Vessier coming up from bronze as well, who did a very good job in bronze, I must say, last season. Vessier did that. He did drop off the pace towards the end of the season, but looking strong indeed. Camera Racer then has the speed over one lap, does struggle in race trim though, doesn't he? Camera does. Let's see then if he's been sorting getting his race pace sorted out. And then we got the Mercedes team with Mr. Elite, then another veteran of ALR, and good to see him thriving in silver. And hopefully Mr. Elite can really kick on, because I think that there's untapped potential in Mr. Elite and the Mercedes team as well, alongside Gordo, who was my personal driver of the season last season for silver. Did a really good job indeed. Didn't Gordo there. So looking forward to them drivers. And I have got about 8 minutes, so let me quickly go through the rest. Bronze is up next. So Casal and Duncan Dave will be driving in the Red Bull. Then we have got the Ferrari team of a debutant for Rocket Lee then, and it was good that Rocket Lee was looking forward, comments from the driver draw, and seemed to be looking forward to the challenge of ALR, and I love to see it. Jake the Slayer, I think he is going to be certainly in the mix then for podiums, and maybe even a win or two this season for Slayer, but he's already commented about me giving him the commentator's curse. We have got Smithfield Mighty staying at his home from homes from last season in the McLaren Mercedes team. Brooksy, of course, took some stellar pole positions and a win or two, especially in the sprint format for Brooksy. Can he convert that into Grand Prix wins now without no sprints this season? Hungry Stars and Kiki will be in the Alpine. Now, Kiki, two-time Grand Prix winner last season for Kiki. He was a very good qualifier, wasn't the season before, but Kiki has really also turned that into Grand Prix winning pace there, which is good to see. Haas team Swanshanks there, unfortunately, did not finish in the top 10 at all last season. He's going to be hoping that he could do that this season. Now, Sickers Merck really turned himself around towards the end of the season, and I think Sickers Merck is going to be a top 10 at regular this one. Jay Hing said, I think he's a championship favourite in the Williams team, along with Winnie as well. Two Grand Prix winners. And Winnie, has he been able to get that consistency all around the season? If he has, then he surely could be challenging for promotion spot if his Grand Prix wins and pace is anything to go by. Maybe a strong Constructors champion there as well. Dynamo Dan and FIFA Beefy, another ALR veteran returning this season then for season 7 of Bronze. And of course, Dynamo Dan had a difficult season last season. Good to see him back in the Bronze. And of course, with FIFA Beefy also returning as well. Alpha Tower then with Cirrus Mushroom and Moomin there. Of course, the Alpha Tower, that's going to be a very solid team, I think it is. And Cirrus Mushroom, of course, potentially his last season, this season as well with us. Let's see if Cirrus Mushroom could get a promotion spot then and celebrate his ALR career. Kazamarski in the Alfa Romeo team. That would be a very solid team indeed. Great to see Kaz also back on the grid full time, along with the Mercedes team of Vintage and Scooby Stew. That team may struggle a bit this season there, but I do think that there's a lot of untapped potential in that Mercedes team then. I got real bad indigestion, goodness me. And then last but not least, it's the 100% realistic performance and returning for its second season then. Of course, we had the realistic performance back on F1 2022. Mortal dominated. Let's see how this one's going to go down. Now, Vintage and Stars, that will be in the Red Bull team. Of course, remember, realistic performance is determined by the... of course, the pace of the cars, and so it's realistic performance, or so should be. So it'll be Red Bull with Vintage and Styles, and Cirrus Mushroom with Sick as Muck, and Cirrus Mushroom in the Red Bull. Mercedes will have Jenner and Gordo. Then McLaren will have Vessier and Moomin. Alpine will have Camaro and Favre, and with the Alfa Romeo team, we'll have Equals and X-Gamer. X-Gamer, of course, unable to race full-time in Golden, which is a big shame indeed then. He was on the cusp of something great then. Alpha Tari then with Gurman and Percy. We have got the Haas team with two drivers who I think very much knows the ins and outs of how to race at 100% racing. R2B in Kaidan, the Haas team. Reflections and Martin in the Aston Martin. Liam and Coop as in Soup will be driving in the Williams team as well. And I'm very happy to say that I've got through all that with 4 minutes to spare. A virtual high five from me. Fantastic stuff indeed. Then, if we go back to the calendars a minute, though, last season we did have. Hang on, how many did we have? We had a new lap record in Spain, a new lap record in Zambor, a new lap record in Saudi Arabia, of course, and at Abu Dhabi then, and of course also in Australia as well, and Qatar. Of course, that's the new. Those are the new races. Qatar was a new race, but yeah, we had a couple of new lap records, didn't we, last season in ALR? So we might get the same again this season. There's free circuits that for the first time ever in ALR would not feature on the calendar this season, which will be Azerbaijan. Unfortunately, it's no longer on the calendar for this season, at least. Canada for the first time, and Singapore for the first time. Those free circuits will not be on the calendar for this season, which is very sad indeed. Then, isn't it? The other Grand Prix that are not on this season either is Miami, which of course had two races before. Probably not the most intriguing to circuit, isn't there? But Miami, of course, unfortunately, it will no longer be on the calendar, unfortunately. And of course, Las Vegas as well. Only one season for Las Vegas before they before we kicked it off there, and unfortunately, no Monaco either. Which is 2 seasons in a row now that we have missed the Monaco Grand Prix, which is absolute shameful behaviour indeed. Then only 18 races on this calendar this season now. So of course it's gone back to a bit. I think 18 races are probably actually perfect for Formula One season. I think anything above 20 is stretching it a bit. Then we have got. We've got movement saying count. Oh, I've read that one. Silver is lining to be very close this season. Good to be good to see how TK Potato and Vesher do. I'm very intrigued by that as well because I think those drivers are certainly I think will certainly be top 10 material. And as we just of course got Serious Russia will be happy. Movement is saying as well that great stuff indeed. And as Rocket Lee, of course, great to see Rocket Lee in the comments as well, and of course I cannot wait to see what Rocket League can do in bronze as well. But hopefully I'll put a commentator's curse on you, my good man. But yeah, looking forward to seeing what you can do in the bronze championship as well. And of course, Knowlesy saying it's gold time. It is indeed then. So round 1 of the Formula One World Championship begins here and now. And I'm already losing my voice then, so hopefully it's a calm and collected race then. This is the starting point of the season then. So this is it then. Everyone starts at 0 now. It is how is your championship campaign going to get going now? Only 18 rounds, and of course Knowlesy and me did discuss in the driver draw, didn't we? Or in the driver draw about only having 18 rounds this season, and that could be crucial indeed then in the championship there. We got 2 reserves in tonight. And Pillars, who hasn't raced in forever and a day, then, who is coming in for one of McLaren teams, which I think is Chazza, who is not racing. So Chazza, unfortunately, will not have the honour of making 100 races this season, unfortunately. And also we have got we've also got Cam as well in the Williams. Cam looking at a very strong competitor as well, and he'll be driving in the Williams for, I think it's Equals who's not driving it, so Equals not racing here tonight either. Let's go. Good racing gold then, Rocket is saying, and good evening for you, Gordo. And why is Azerbaijan not on? Can't believe that was one of the best tracks for type battles and concentration at all time. Wow, everyone's early tonight. They're all keen to get going. Of course, so the reason why, so those 3 or 4 Grand Prix that have been knocked off the calendar, of course, it was a driver's vote, of course, and so the drivers, the tracks with the least amount of votes then was not going to be on the calendar then. And I see an Aston Martin out there. Oh, there they are. The first car to hit the track for Season 10 is Nameless, and there he goes there. So, of course, then we got a full schedule of qualifying in this one. It is going to be qualifying 1, 2, and 3. Of course, if you're new to Formula One racing, new to ALR, let's go through what we're going to be doing in this qualifying session now. It is going to be qualifying 1, 18 minutes long now. Qualifying 2 will be 15 minutes long, and qualifying 3 will be 12 minutes long as well. First, we are back, baby. Then gold starts at 7:50 now. I probably should have said that at the beginning of the stream, really, shouldn't I? There we go. Yeah, so gold starts at 7:15 now. Then, mainly because it's a weekend, isn't it? We all probably want to go to the on board there with Nameless. And so, what can Nameless do then? He didn't really get a fair crack of the whip, did he, in last season? Because, of course, he was kind of dropped in the thick of the action for the Mercedes team, wasn't he? Well, Mercedes in the thick was very much in a battle, wasn't it? Where the Mercedes team then is coming down the hangar straight. Then Nameless is about to start his journey for Season 10. Brabbit, the silver champion, out on circuit. I'm looking forward to see what Brabbit can do. Cam there, who I would love to see in a full-time seat in ALR sooner or later. And Brabbit Cam, I think, is going to be a major factor when he does get a full-time seat. We've also got Coop, and we've got BoxBox as well. So you flick into turn 1 then. Of course, if you're just joining us, yes, we have a mixed calendar this season. Only the second time in ALR that we have a mixed calendar. Of course, and we are starting off in the British Grand Prix. Great Britain then for round 1 of the Formula 1 World Championship. And coming down the Wellington Straight then is Nameless, and to start us on our journey. In terms of rules and all regs and all that kind of stuff, not much has changed, to be honest, from this season's last. I don't think everything's changed at all, really, apart from the drivers and the calendar. So everything else remains the same. And of course, in terms of the sporting regs, the sprints have now gone for this season, which I'm very happy about. By the way, did I lobby for that? Probably. But there's no sprints in gold, silver, or bronze, or the realistic league this season. And of course, one more piece of information before we get on to the action is, of course, the realistic performance, 100% realistic performance will not count towards the Nicholas coming down the hanger straight. Well, hello everyone, welcome. Yeah, the ones I voted for, my favourites never got picked. Then China beat Miami by 10. To be honest, I'm not surprised Miami's off the calendar, to be fair, because it's not a very popular circuit, and I must say it's not a track that a lot of drivers enjoy. As Nabler said, is the first driver to put a time on the. Good stuff indeed there. Good luck first on defending your title, 3 minutes in, and good luck to Gold as well. The road to my house would beat Miami, Gordo is saying that. I know there is about 300 a second quicker is Campbell. He's on the medium tires, and he is driving for the Williams, the Constructors World Champions. The Williams team are. They are going to have a, can they reclaim the crown? If they win it again this season, then that will equal the most Constructors Championships in ALR history with 9 there. So with 9? Sorry, we've got 3 there, of course, which Renault have got at the moment, where they've got in season 2, 4 and 5, didn't they? Renault then won the Construction Championship in 3 out of the 5 seasons they was in ALR. Fantastic. They were absolutely the cream of the crop. Grab it then, the silver champion, and it's gone fast by 4/10 of a second, and that's a very good start for Grab it. Don't underestimate my road then. Gordo was saying that who was saying that's not very nice to say about Miami there. As Grab it then currently fast at the moment, and Equals has left the session. As Cooper's gone in, Cooper's gone second fastest on this 26.7, and I'm thinking that I wonder if Equals maybe forgot the time there potentially, because it looks like that Equals has been caught a bit short in this one. Cooper's going second fastest on the soft tyres. Because I am expecting a one-stop around here, unless we have a crazy race, which could potentially happen. Everyone in the 26 so far looking very condensed already in this qualifying 1 session. There's the McLaren Mercedes just going to pass now. No, I didn't see who that was. I think it was Pillars. Pillars in the first race in ALR in well over, I'm sure it's well over a year. Chappers there, who's gone second fastest for Chappers, like Nameless, kind of was parachuted into the Ferrari team, wasn't he, last season for Chappers? First full season for Chappers. Looking forward to seeing what he can do there as well. And so Chappers currently second fastest at the moment. Liam, yeah, out on circuit. We've also got the former champion of German, season 6 champion, back at home potentially with a Haas team tonight. Of course, where he really got most of his success in the silver championship, where he won the silver crown. And Liam, yeah, going at second fast, forward to a second away from Brabant there. Just shows how competitive that time is as well. Here's the second McLaren Mercedes then of Pillars. Pillars, a former Grand Prix winner then, and a multiple pole sitter as well. Pillars is in ALR. I'll get his stats up in a bit then, just to remind us what Pillars can do. Across the line, 7 fast one there, 27 flat for Pillars. A bit behind the 8 ball at the moment, though, the former Grand Prix winner. Here is German there, of course, coming over the Oldham start-finish straight down the course, and coming up to Copse Corner. Look at that there. In qualifying mode, we're back on board now with the season 6 champion German. The Haas team. Well, we were saying that he did race in that, but Gordo's not a fan of Miami. That Gordo did race. We got a bit of slipstream going on here, haven't we? As a German teammate there of Indigo there, just giving him a slipstream as well. Then I'm
shouldn't them two clashed on the clashed in the driver paddock, didn't they, last year? So that could be a very interesting dynamic for the Haas team. Then German goes fastest there. He had a lot of retirements last season, but a lot of it was the technical gremlins, wasn't there, for German, which big total to 10 DNFs in gold last season there. But I think that German there showing some pace already there, almost a second in front of Brabant. Really good stuff indeed there for German. Marky on the medium tyres there. We have also got Tango just coming out of one of the left fields there, but I think he's crawling here because he had an almighty swapper there, didn't he, unfortunately. Not going to lie, I'd love to see the Nürburgring back in F1. That track is or was one of the best tracks there. I was actually quite quick last season, but used a horrible setup there, Gordo was saying that. So just watching Marky now, just coming out to the front, so I'm trying to the comments there. Out the front turn there for Marky going second fastest there on the medium tyres and the Mercedes there. That's a statement of intent there for Marky, isn't it? Goodness gracious me. Brilliant time indeed there for the Mercedes, driver, peddler. Tango, I think it's going to have another bite of cherry, so just stick with it. Keza coming down the Wellington straight. No, we're going to go to Immortal. And of course, this is the first glimpse of the season 10 Alpine car, which is exactly the same as the season 9 Alpine. It's Immortal, a Grand Prix winner now. Podium sitter as well, then for Immortal. And surely he was one of the construction champions last season. And with him in Boxtel, surely I would say that he wants to be a double construction champion, but more importantly, wants to be a world champion in ALR as well. Of course, he's already the 100% champion, isn't he? He would love to add the gold championship to his... whoa, that car looking very unstable, going for his stove there. He would like... Whoa, my goodness me, and Immortal there. Goodness gracious me. Car 6 there looking very floaty on the old rear posterior there. For Immortal, so that is certainly going to wake him up. Across the line there, second pass there, and that looks quite action-packed lap there from Immortal, so I think he can go quicker as well. German, the only driver into the 26 at the moment, so we've got Q coming into the pit lane as well. Nosey on a lap, then Percy, the world champion in the Ferrari, the gold, with the gold helmet with the stars on it there, of course, Percy was our 7th different world champion in ALR. We've only ever had 2 double world champions in ALR. And I'm wondering that if we're going to get a double world champion this year, which I think we could. It's a very highly likely we could with maybe Percy reclaiming his championship, defending his championship. Troy reclaiming his championship there. Maybe German as well. Maybe also could claim his second championship there. Percy going third fastest. A whisker behind Immortal. However, we could also say that. As Nosey going second fastest on the AlphaTauri, and that's a very good time indeed for the three-time Grand Prix winner there on his 102nd Grand Prix start there. Toy Coin in the Red Bull, flicking past as well. Maggot and Beckett there. One of the best corner combinations in the world of Formula 1. And now down the hanger straight there. Oh yes, but also we could have a first ever world champion as well. Boxtel is straight away is one of my favourites for the championship, for the championship challenge there. But for Boxtel at the moment, he has not set a lap just yet, nor has Troy in the Ferrari verse, nor has Slop Kaza or Mr. Racing 4. Toy Coin had to deal with his bunch who he now has, and he is the third driver to 25.7s now. Then Nosey is Nosey was the second driver. Now it's Toy Coin. Now, goodness me, this pace is hot. It's electric to start the season. Magnificent. Oh, and Mr. Racing 4 now just coming out of a left field. I'm going to have to turn my heater off because my goodness me, it's hot on track. It's hot in here as well. Oh goodness gracious me, I wish I could be jumping on now. Never mind, there's going to be a very long stream for me because I'm going to be sweatier than the stream. Listen to that one, Mr. Racing, of course, a difficult season last season, a pretty good season for me, Mr. Raging Bull in the Haas car. Hopefully, let's see how he can do. Let's see how he can do now, though, for Mr. Raging Bull. Then in a clean slate this season, and ready to kick on. Aston Martin would be hoping for a better season after. It's a bit disappointing. Have to take the Aston Martin team. They've only one win to name Mr. Raging Bull going second fastest there. Good times indeed then. Here's Boxtel flicking it through Cop's corner. We've got Sloth out there who's just at the end of the Wednesday straight, so we're going to stick with Boxtel then. Of course, it's the first season in 2 seasons he's not driving a papaya car. He is now in the Alpine car. And of course, they finished ninth in the constructors last season with Ferrari finishing 10th. Now all of a sudden, 2 teams that had a nightmare season last season have now got potentially 2 of the best lineups on the grid there for the Alpine team. Alpine were very lucky though with Marquis and with Novelty there. With Marquis just getting involved in a lot of issues there. And of course, Novelty then with a couple of strategical errors there for the Alpine team, whereas they probably would have been higher than 9th. But Boxtel going 5th fast. He needs a better start to the season this season, Boxtel does there. He was pointless right up to round 4 in Azerbaijan. If that happens this season, I think that his championship could be well and truly out the window then. Never say never, of course, then, but my word. My word, that's not the ideal at all. It's Sloth going 7th fast. There's a lot of action out there. I cannot keep up with the comments or with the... Cannot keep up with the comments. Oh, I can't keep up with what's happening on circuit. Keza now just coming over the old start-finish straight as well. But currently in the drop zone is Pillars, is Indigo. Indigo back out on circuit in the Haas car. Is Indigo? Yes, he's going. There he is. And so let's go watch Indigo then in the Haas car as well. Of course, one of 3 new Grand Prix winners last season, which was Equals Green, Sam Green then, and Indigo himself. Whoa, a snap of oversteer there into Stowe. Unfortunately, we've lost Sam Green this year. Then, of course, he's given up his seat then. Unfortunately, there for Sam Green. But after a very successful season, Indigo going 5th fast at the moment there. Tango is just starting his lap. Then Keza is finishing his lap now. What can Keza do? Coming across the line there. 20 start saying, now it's fastest. And remember, this is not for pole position, of course. This is only to get out of qualifying 1. This is only to get out of qualifying 1, I remind you then. And already it is hot of action, isn't it? Right from the get-go. My goodness gracious. I can't believe I missed this. I'm so sorry. I'm shouting from work there. Yeah, sadly, not in your Equals then, but do not worry about that, my good sir. We've got 17 more races this season. Troy is gone 11 fast on the medium tyres. I think that's very precarious for Troy and for Percy as well, you know, because I think this track is just going to get quicker and quicker. Tango, the slowest of the time running so far, but he hasn't done a competitive time. He's now into Stowe corner now. Chappers, Cam, Pillars and Tango all in the drop zone. I'm surprised Cam's in the drop zone, to be honest, because I thought that there's a lot of pace for Cam there, but in the Williams car at the moment 18th and 19th, 18th and 19th. Tango just behind his teammate by 200 a second, and knows his first time very competitive in this circuit. My goodness me. Troy, and wonder if he has another 4 seconds down the first split time there for Troy. We're keeping an eye on what Troy could do. Here's Cam there now, just going into Maggots, Beckett, and Chapel. There he is, and there he goes there in the Williams Constructors. Of course, the Constructors Williams Championship there. Brabant, 1 lap, and he is done. Whoa, 1 lap, and he is done there. Goodness me, Kessler just crawling back to the pit lane. Off forward Cam now, flicking it into Stowe corner there before getting back on the power and coming into the final few corners as well now for Cam. Hello everyone, welcome, thank you very much for joining us. I'll keep evening to you, Dylan there. I'll try and keep up with the comments as much as possible there. Looking forward to my Kibby season. Sit back and chill is what Percy is saying there. Kaz is saying this, we just got Cam go 4 fastest, which I think is a much more true reflection of what we was expecting there from the Williams driver. And so Cam currently 4th at the moment. And whoa, there's a lot of smoke there out of that Haas car. I think that was a lock-up then. Hopefully it wasn't a technical gremlin, which you don't really see a lot of technical gremlins, do we? Troy has retired from the session, down in 13th. I think that the former champion Troy might be being a bit concerned by this. And here comes Kupas, and currently 19th on the grid. Tango's retired from the session in 10th position there. So currently it is a 16 from 16-2 is the cut-off time there, which is nameless. Nameless. Without the name that has got the time on the board so far there. German's asking, how is he sandbagging there? Of course, a really good time there from German there, set quite a while ago now, with Keza currently fastest with German and Mr. Raging Ball, the top 3. I don't think that was on anyone else's big little cards this season, was it? Now then, board with Coop. Then we have got 47 seconds to go. Then there's a Haas trundling there through Chapel. Hopefully it doesn't get in the way of Coop then. I didn't see which Haas car it was, but it is Indigo then, and Indigo's doing a lovely slipstream actually for Coop. And my goodness me now, so Coop is going to be enjoying that then. Can Coop get the car out and qualify here then? Chappers, Liam, yeah, Markey, all out on the front. Pillars is just behind us as well. Pillars in the McLaren Mercedes. First race in a very long time for Pillars, and he is counting down in 25th spot. And Coop is 17th. That could be the end of Coop's his Pillars now is going to be last on the grid. Pillars is here. Goodness me, he's invalidated his time. Pillars has, and that is him on the back row of the grid. Then he is 20th and last. And Liam, yeah, is off as well. Liam, yeah, has hit something now. And he has made a mistake on his quick lap as well. And Liam, yeah, could be out qualifying. There's some shocks and surprises here tonight. Oh my goodness, gracious me. What about Markey? 4/10 of a second up. Markey is in the Mercedes, and both Mercedes are currently, love the helmet by the way, blimey, brilliant there, love it. We've got Markey then, who's counting the drop zone there, but can I get in front of Nameless there? Former Mercedes driver Liam is out of qualifying. Markey going third fastest there. Troy down in 15th at the moment now. We're on board the second Ferrari. Troy 14th, and Percy 15th. Nameless on the lap. Coop then, who I think might be going for one more time run. Chappers, he is not improved enough. He is out of qualifying. Pillars, Liam, yeah, Chappers, Coop are currently all out of qualifying. And it's between Nameless and the world champion of Percy. And Percy's on a quick lap, and his first sector so-so. Second sector much better. 3/10 of a second up there for Percy. Troy, who has only done one lap on the medium tires, might have judged this to perfection now, or he might be out of qualifying here. Here comes Nameless then, out of the final turn there for Nameless, across the line. Nameless goes 14 fastest there, and my goodness me, one of the world champions on the grid is going to be out of qualifying, and it's Troy who's out of qualifying. That's a big shock there. And with the all-conference Ferrari team with two champs in the past 2 seasons, and one of them's out of qualifying here. Goodness gracious me. And that is a shock in of itself. And Nameless is through by about 7 thousandths of a second there. And Troy, out of qualifying, the former champion of ALR Season 8, is out of qualifying here. My goodness me, that was not what I was expecting there. Chappers could not do a clean lap here. One of my worst, even in all from a vintage. Good luck with the season. I might get a new helmet for the new season. I don't mean that sort of helmet either. Laugh out loud then. Goodness gracious me. 900 seconds separates the top 4. And we had a lot of drivers breaking this in 25s very early on in this qualifying 1 session. The story of the day is Pillars unfortunately invalidated this time. 1.5 seconds separates the whole of the grid. Pillars didn't get a second time on the board. Liam, yeah, made a mistake as well. Down in 19th. Two drivers said it's been a regular podium visitors in gold. Chappers and Coop 17th and 18th, and former teammates, of course, now on opposite ends there. And Troy, the former world champion of season 8, out of qualifying to roll on into qualifying 2. My goodness gracious me. Formal protest lodged there for serious motion, and as the stream started early. It did, to be honest. I think quarter 7 was well early, wasn't it? We had to get through all our promo bits and pieces, and of course to make the season go dramatic and everything like that there. But Troy out of qualifying, that's a shock, isn't it? Goodness. Goodness me, Mushroom, you just woke up from your snooze, and with Sean, your voice is low. Am I going deaf? Is it low? Is it? Goodness me. Hang on. How do I turn myself up? Well, it's as high as it goes. Ooh. Well, oh goodness me, unless this microphone's going as well potentially, I don't know. Hang on, let me adjust my headset. Oh, I've got them the wrong way round. That's not good. 1 minute. Hello, there we go. I had the headsets the wrong way around, so I had the wrong microphone up over my head. Right, let's go into qualifying 2 then, shall we? Right then, it's been low for me, haha. Just shout a bit then. I've been shouting since the start of the stream, to be honest. Right then. Seems fine to me, Rocket Lee is saying that. By the way, I appreciate you seeing the stream, Rocket Lee. It's very good to have you on, have you in the comments as well. I do love seeing different. Well, I love talking to Mushroom and Movement, but of course, I also like to see other drivers also having some chats as well. And great to have you along with us, Rocket. Rocket Lee. Then last pair, Serious Mushroom saying, "Oh my God, shot." Yeah, I know. I haven't. I've been. We haven't done the stream since Christmas. Give me a break. Goodness me. Yeah. I have to. We have to wear 2 headsets, you see, so that I can. Well, I do anyway, so I can talk to the party afterwards, doing the interviews and stuff there. And I had them the wrong way around, so I had the. I had the wrong microphone over my head, then the other microphone was, the wrong one. Goodness me, anyway. Hello. By the way, I completely forgot. I hope you all had a lovely Christmas and New Year and all that kind of stuff. But more importantly, I hope you ate like kings there, kings and queens, because I certainly did. Goodness me. Unfortunately, I don't want to say the dreaded C word. I was very ill. I was very ill just a couple of days before Christmas after our Christmas staff party at work. Everyone else tested positive for COVID apart from me. I think it was COVID, but there we go. But I was very, very ill indeed. I haven't been that ill in a very long time. Yes. But luckily I was better for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, which is the most important part. Here's Gurman there. I think that Gurman is feeling very Gurman-like this season, isn't he? I know it's only round 1. I know it's only that we've only done 18 minutes of running in the Formula 1 World Championship. But doesn't it feel like Gurman is on a very strong form? On a very strong form, because he looked pretty quick. And now as we come into the final couple of corners as well. And out of the final turn then, as Usain Guide has crept in, and Pillars Pillars' first race in well over a year. Gurman does a 26-1. I think that might be on used tyres there for Gurman. 26-2 for Mr. Raging Bull in the Aston Martin. I think a lot of drivers are using used tyres here. Immortal going further fast in the Alpine machine. Indigo is currently 4th there in the second half. Percy is 3/10 of a second down in the world champion. Cam is snuck into 4th position. Indigo is 6 at the moment. On board now with one of the Alpha Tauris. We've also got. Oh no, you didn't have that shoulder. No, don't worry, you'll be all right. It was good. How was it you, Sean? And how was your Christmas dinner? My Christmas dinner was absolutely lush. I must admit, I feel it was beautiful. Unfortunately, because I was slightly ill like a couple days before it, I don't think I enjoyed it as much. But which is probably, I'm a bit gutted to be honest, because Christmas dinner is my favourite part of the year for me. But no, it was still delightful. And what makes it better these days is because I don't live with my sisters anymore. I don't have to worry about cleaning up either, because I class myself as a guest now, which means I could then just go into the living room, watch some rubbish Nicolas Cage films, which for some reason we've had as a tradition at the moment there. And of course, eating a lot of the Quality Street as well then, of course, which my favourite is the red ones there. Flicking through now then. Friendly through Cops Corner then. We have got, I hope your Christmas dinner and Christmas was great as well, Gordo. Dinner was massive, but it seemed like a normal extra day. Didn't feel like Christmas anymore to me. Oh, that's sad to hear, Christmas, to be honest, as you get, I'm not saying everyone's older, but as you get older, it does Christmas feel like it's not as magical as it used to be. But no, it's quite nice actually, because I must admit, I wouldn't say I'm very much a busybody, but it's very difficult for like all the family to sit down around the table, mainly to be arguing. Nameless out of the final turn there, and Nameless goes 6 fastest there. I've just dribbled everywhere, which is not ideal. Kets are coming down the hanger straight there. We have got Pillars saying, rustier than an old nail, then Pillars is saying there. Pillars, I think, was a couple of tenths up, though. I'm not sure if it was enough to get him out of qualifying, but I think the Pillars invalidated his time then, which is why Roy starting 20th on the grid. Keza going into a 25.5 there. Is that the first time on new tyres there for Keza? Well, whatever the case may be, what is not a question is he is a 0.5 of a second improvement on the rest of the field there. Nosey looking very keen this season, isn't there? Of course, and back with the traditional black helmet as well. Then, of course, he had the pink and the blue helmet last season, did Nosey then. But, of course, he is back with the black helmet there for Nosey. Out of the final turn there, and he is the 6 passes there. Nosey is I do feel that that's a very good time indeed there for Nosey. It's great to see Nosey back into ship shape there. Marky, of course, very unlucky last season there. Marky was as we've got, I hope Santa came for you anyway, Sean, and everyone else. Haha, he certainly did. He certainly did. He did arrive for me. Yes, indeed. We've also got. Do you like cranberry sauce? I know that's random, but I eat a whole tub. I'm not a fan of cranberry sauce, to be honest. I don't know. No, I'm not a fan of cranberry sauce. I'm kind of like my Christmas dinner is usually just absolutely drowning in gravy, to be honest. There, that's kind of that's just exactly how I like it. Goodness me, I'm falling behind that. Rocket Lee then, mine was decent. That's great to hear, Rocket Lee. Big race ahead, Pillars then, and out of the final turn, Marky goes full fast at the moment. Then, whilst I was reading the comments there, Brabant, the silver champion, very keen to see what he can do. Very keen to see what season 8 runner-up Boxstar could do this season as well there. Of course, Boxstar retired from Bahrain last season. Only got a point in the 4th round of the season last time, but he goes fast as our 10th per second in front there. Toy Coin down the hanger straight as well. Love the black and gold helmet. Goodness me, old school ALR colours there, love it. Because there is a lot of us that got to have a bit of roast beef and turkey. Oh yes, I love roast beef and I love turkey as well. We didn't have two. I love 2 meats, but unfortunately, we didn't get 2 meats. We only had turkey. Yellow flag in on the circuit somewhere. Toy Coin going third fastest there. 3 drivers back into the 27th. Now here comes the season, last season silver champion, and I think he's taken that gold very impressively indeed. Look at that, he's full fastest. Really good stuff indeed there for Brabant. Magnificent stuff for the McLaren Mercedes driver. And my word, Brabant doesn't look out of place at all, does he, in gold? And it is fantastic to see. Same with Tango as well. ELB, he's in 13th at the moment, Tango is. But our silver promotion driver is looking strong indeed then. Where am I? As Percy saying, Troy, he meant to carry me this season. Percy saying, but Troy out of qualifying. That's the one. That's the first big shock of the season then for the former world champion Troy. Shocking stuff indeed. Then, oh my word, then Mooin. I just found if you lose your grandparents or something, it's never the same as you don't see them anymore or laugh, if that makes sense. Lol. Yeah, I definitely get that. It's very Christmas is when you've lost loved ones, Christmas is a very tough time indeed. Then, but of course it's not as corny as it sounds. As Gurman goes fastest there and on a 25.3. As corny as it sounds, it's not about the presents under the tree. It's about the presents around the tree, doesn't it? Or be it the presents around the tree is also very important to me as well. Right, we've got Percy 1, 2, 3 tenths of a second up then in the first split time there. Pillars, a big race about to be lapped. Shumi is saying that I got an ALR hoodie, so mine was great. Oh, and a stupid budgie. Oh, no, you're a fan of the budgie mushroom. Goodness me. As we're just watching Percy, the world champion, slalom his way through. And he spun the car and he invalidated as well and out of the exit chapel. But Percy, for the Ferrari team, which we thought was going to be all conquering this year, has had a bit of a bump in the road. Then Troy out to qualifying. And Percy has got it all to do with just 5 minutes to go in this qualifying session now. Just watching Indigo down the Wellington straight there. And he has done a 0.4 of a second improvement on this time there for Indigo. He hasn't put a time on the board then, unfortunately. You love that budgie mushroom there. As no way, Pillars at podium incoming, and Troy almost spun on it there. And of course, unpopular I know, but I do love sprouts and roasted veggies. And I love sprouts, I really do indeed. That I'm also going second fast there. I could eat sprouts forever and a day, to be honest. But unfortunately, they do come out on my other end quite smelly and rapid as well. Indigo down the hanger straight then, and Indigo 8 seconds up in the second split time. Now German has put a top on the board, come back into the pit lane, and got out his newspaper and is probably just reading the Sun. I got. Do they still sell the Sun? I must admit, I can't just use. I just got to use Sky Sports now for me sports news. The Sun was never right about anything. I used to get so excited about a lot of Liverpool transfers, and they never happened. Indigo going 5th fastest in the Haas car, so Indigo, that should be safe. Out of the pits now comes Cam, whilst Mr. Raging Bull has gone 5th fastest, just in front of Indigo by 4 thousandths of a second. Goodness me, that is close indeed. In the drop zone at the moment there, with 3 minutes to go in this qualifying session, I've just knocked my mic, is Knowlesy. He's about 300 a second away from Cam. Percy, Nameless, Tango and Sloth all out qualifying at the moment there. Goodness gracious me. So there is going to be... I think there's going to be a rush to get out of the pit lane in a minute then, and to see who's where then. So here comes Cam then in the Williams machine, then of course driving the Constructors World Champions car as well, on to the Wellington Straight as well. I'm trying to keep up with you now, guys. Goodness me. Very good. Somebody keep your comments coming in then. No, it's an escape artist then. I think that the serious question said, I think that's the Budgie, and we're not talking about Cam then, who is driving the Williams car then. Gross, Sprouts and Rocket Lee is saying, and Sprouts are great, laugh out loud, Nausea is saying, and Sprouts are okay once a year. To be fair, I only have them once a year. Once a year is probably enough, and especially if anyone's around me. Cam there coming out of Cop's Corner, and 2 minutes to go in this qualifying session. Thank you very much for joining us for the season, for the first race of the season here in ALR, our first race of the season as well in 2024, albeit we are still talking about last year, because we've been talking about Christmas, haven't we, for the past couple of minutes. Shocking 17, I probably should have started off the stream with that, shouldn't I, really? But there we go. Right, we've got into Stoke Corner. Unfortunately, Stoke Corner for me, I only remember Michael. The one thing I always remember about Stoke Corner is Michael Schumacher breaking his leg there, or fracturing his leg then in the Ferrari back in '99. Now, Cam going full fast, as Cam is going to be a major problem, I think, for a lot of these drivers here tonight. And Cam at the moment is a reserve driver, but looking forward to seeing what he can do as a full-time driver in ALR in the not too distant future. Then, Serious Russian, he couldn't eat a whole one. In terms of a sprout there, just got Indigo going for another bite of the cherry. Then what has he got? He's 5,300 a second down in the first split. Mr. Raging Bull has retired from 6th, and he's safe and sound in the pit lane. He's not gone off the circuit, I don't believe, albeit there is a yellow flag out there out of left field then for Indigo. I think Indigo's going again because it doesn't feel safe on a 25.554. Marky, who's currently in 10th position, the final driver to be safe, is currently on a 26.1 then, so that's over half a second. And is Indigo concerned about the track evolution around this circuit then? A second sector time is coming up now then, and what has he done? He's 72 hundredths up there. It's not a big improvement, but these hundredths of a second could be crucial. Crucial in determining where he's going to start on the grid then. Tango we're going to be watching in a minute then, because Tango's on the lap then, whereas the checker flag is about to flutter in 15 seconds or so into the final couple of corners now for Indigo, out of it. And what has he done? He's improved by 41 hundredths of a second in the Haas car, and jumps in front of Mr. Raging Bull. Toy calling out of qualifying as well. Well, not in his car, I should say then. We've got Keza going fast as there. Keza, great time indeed there. 25.3 there for Keza, going for a first pole position of his career. Tango coming down the hanger straight, and we've got one of the Mercedes of Markey. Markey's 4/10 of a second up. Markey going 8 fastest on his through to qualifying at 3 at the moment. But is he still going to be there? Is he still going to be there is the question. Tango's found 9/10 of a second on his current time. That's in the ballpark. Is it enough? It's enough at the moment to get through, as he has knocked Brabbit out. But Brabbit has found 2/10 of a second, which is very much in the postcode of Tango's time here. Here comes Brabbit now into the final few quarters. Knowlesy in the background having a flash. I don't mean literally, we just sitting having a flash there. Out of the final turn, and this is a great time for Brabbit. It's 9 fastest there. Knowlesy 4/10 of a second up. Knowlesy is out of qualifying. It's all out for Tally Road 6 there. Percy 6/10 of a second up. That might just be in the ballpark. It's not enough, I don't think, no. Percy then could be in peril here. Percy's through in second position there. He found over half a second in the final sector. Nameless stays 14th fastest. Toy Coin out of qualifying. Unfortunately, that is Brabbit going to be out of qualifying as well. It's between Sloth and Brabbit then, who is going to be into the top 10 for the first time this season. It's not Sloth. He's in 14th. Toy Coin, both the Red Bulls out of Toy Coin and Sloth fed, both AlphaTauris 12th and 13th, and the Aston Martin of Nameless in 15th there. Mr. Rage doesn't make it through then, and Brabbit made it through as well. And Percy, by the skin of his nose cut, well, not by the skin of his nose cut in the end there, had about a 2/10 of a second deficit in the end, but my goodness gracious me, but that is not ideal for the world champions. He probably wanted a bit more of a less stressful session there. My goodness gracious me. Sprouts are awesome, especially if you're bloated and need to break a bill of wind. Certainly does that, especially when you want to annoy your family members. It's fantastic. Out of qualifying is Nameless, Sloth, Nosy, Tango, and Toy Coin. Into qualifying at 3 then is Keza, German, Immortal, Boxtel, Cam, Indigo, Percy, Mr. Rage, Marky, and Brabbit then. Moving that back in 99, Sean, that was why Michael fell off the season and Mika won it comfortably in the end, if I can remember. These are some wicked times, Serious Mushroom was saying. Mick Hakkinen did make it very hard for himself back in 99, I must say. He, in the end, I think in Japan it was quite good for, wasn't it? But my goodness me, it was, of course, he kept making mistakes, Hakkinen did in 99. If Michael Schumacher didn't break his leg, I do think that that would have been Schumacher's season, because Hakkinen was I'm not sure, but you can't say that, can you, really? Because Mika Hakkinen might have just like elevated himself if Michael Schumacher was still in the game potentially, but yeah, Mick Hakkinen made a lot of mistakes in 99, I remember rightly. Of course, it would have been cool to see Frentzen with it, would it? Goodness me, now Jordan, that's fantastic. Who's going to go for position then? German, Keza, Boxstar, and Immortal or Cam then. So get your votes in now then. I must say, that's probably a hard one to pick, isn't it, really? We'll have a look at the voting as towards the end of this qualifying session then. How do I get out of the way? Come on, AlphaTauri moving us in out of qualify on a 25.8. Goodness me, Serious Mushroom was saying Mushroom, hopefully Paul is in the 27th on Tuesday. 30s, I was thinking then. He should have won it easier though, yeah. And yeah, you're right, Mika wasn't on form like in 98. Yeah, no, he wasn't there. He was well off form in 99. There are some really good races Hakkinen had, like in Spain. And then there are some really bad races, like in Monza, which really sticks out for me. Monza does. But it was pretty difficult if you're a McLaren fan, goodness me. Back then I was a David Coulthard fan though, of course, through and through. I was absolutely gutted when he threw it off the road in the European Grand Prix in 99. One of my favourite races of all time, the 99 European Grand Prix, where of course, also one of the most heartbreaking memories as well is Luca Badoer was on course for a 4th position in his Minardi, and unfortunately, with a couple of laps to go, he retired, didn't he? He retired, and that would have been his first points of his career, and only points of his career as well, because I think he's got 50 starts, no points, which is a record in Formula 1 then. German there crawling at the moment as he is preparing his car for a quick lap then, and German is on fine Vettel at the moment there, but can he get the job done here in qualifying 3 here tonight there? And he's about to get going there. Right, what else we got then? I didn't Coulthard hit him in 99 as well, though, like a Wally then. Yes, he did, Austria. And they always, I think they make contact in Spa as well, didn't they? Coulthard went on to win that race as well, pretty impressively. German now starting this up, then flicking it into turn 1 and turn 2 now. Gordo, I won a cup at Coulthard's museum and a pen. Fantastic stuff, Gordo, then. I hope you cherish that cup for the rest of your life, because I must say, I certainly would then. Coulthard is the GOAT. Votes for pole position and Keza on 50%, German 30%, 10% for Jordy and 10% for Cam or Immortal then. German coming down the Wellington straight now then. Let's take a look at last season's pole position time, shall we? Of course, last season's pole position time was where is it? It was Percy at 125.177 there. That was pole position last season in Silverstone then. Of course, German's got the lap record around here from back in his championship winning season in season 6 there, 125.7 there. I don't think we'll be getting fast. I don't think we'll be getting that kind of times in the race myself, but then again, anything can happen. Out of Chapel now, then German down the back straight now. Brabant is the only driver. Sorry, Indigo is the only two drivers, and it's a not out on circuit road. And then we got an 8-car shootout with 8.5 minutes to go in the first qualifying session of the season. And as they're just now coming into the final few turns now for German, and can German there add to his pole position tally of his career? And he's gone fast on the 25 flat. That's already quicker than last season's pole position time. Good heavens above. Percy was on pole position last season, and he is stunned at 27.2 for Percy at the moment. My goodness me, German's already faster than last season's pole position time by 1/10 of a second there. And that is only the first run. That is ridiculous. Incredible stuff indeed. Here's Keza then, who's win the vote for pole position. And can he get the job done on track as well for the Alfa Romeo team there? Alfa Romeo, last season we're going to be saying that in football for the foreseeable future. Second faster, 3/10 of a second down on German at the moment there. German pole position there with Keza alongside on row 1. Goodness gracious me, the landscape of ALR has changed dramatically so far. Boxtel, I'm on board the wrong Alpine. This is the right one. Immortal for pole. Look at that, he's done it 25 flat as well. 8,000 seconds quicker than German there. And Immortal has announced himself on the stage of pole position battle there. Brabant at 26.2 at the moment there. My word, those times have just been elevated. Boxtel just outside the 25 flats at the moment, 25.1 at the moment. Here's Markey out of the final turn. Markey going 5th fast in the McLaren Mercedes. 3 drivers not set time so far. Can Mr. Rage and Indigo. Immortal pole position there, going for his second pole position of his career. German alongside him on row 1 as it stands at the moment. Boxtel in 3rd position there. 25.1 then, 25.3 for Keza, a 25.7 for Markey, a 26.2 for Brabant, and a 27.2 for Percy as well. My goodness gracious me, it's an Alpine 1-3 at the moment there. What an incredible lap that was in qualifying here. Incredible stuff, man. And we have got a head-to-head showdown. I keep it in my mic. We got a head-to-head showdown between Immortal, German, and Boxtel. Oh, is Immortal almost off the circuit there into Stowe? My goodness gracious me. Carter was a 5-3 up earlier in the season. Early in the session there, Chappers are saying that. We have also got If anyone's a snooker fan, then Ali Carter was beating Ronnie 6-5 at the moment. And wouldn't mind Carter winning, though considering what he has gone through personally in his life. But that comment from Chalmers makes a lot more sense now. So I missed that first comment there. Shocking behaviour indeed. Into the pits now comes Markey. So just got Indigo out on circuit, all on his lonesome there. And I think he'd be quite happy with that, wouldn't he? Indigo would. He can now really stretch those legs in that Haas car and really go for broke. So I'm surprised Cam and Mr. Rage hasn't done the same, unless they've got no tyres left potentially. 5 minutes in this qualifying session remain then, so we keep it on that one there as well. I'm sorry I've missed a lot of your comments there as Indigo's about to start us up. Moomin, well, I was a Mick Ackland fan through and through that low, and that's why I like the McLaren as a car in a whole too, to be honest. McLaren and that Lambos are my cars. I love to have McLaren Senate, wouldn't we all, my good sir? Put the pen in the frame, Law, and I've never used it. It stands proudly on my what? What is that? What's a windlass? Is that like a shelf or something? I don't know. I apologise profusely. Maybe I'm saying that completely wrong. But then again, Gordon, don't use big words. Goodness gracious me. I'm probably not even a big word. It's shocking stuff indeed. This blimey microphone. What am I doing here? So Indigo then going down the Wellington straight there as well then, or or whatever you call it. I just got it now, and the handle is a very strange shape there. We've also just flicking down the comments as well. Well, funny you should say that, because you could not the day after when I went through the museum. Cooper himself came up. I was still fuming. Oh no, that is absolutely devastating. That is, and goodness me, I would have been absolutely devastated if Cooper came to the museum the day after I went there. Shocking stuff indeed. Then, just flicking it through there as well. Immortal kept that well hidden then. You know, the white frame on the wall. Oh, is that what you call it? I don't know, to be honest. But I know I get what you mean now. But I never really know what they've called, to be honest. Indigo, we know what this man is called. He is Indigo. He's in the Haas car. His teammate is on a 25 flat. Then what can Indigo do in the second Haas car? He goes 5th fastest. Indigo does 4/10 of a second, almost half a second behind his teammate so far. But 3 minutes in this qualifying session, I don't think he's got enough time to go for another run. Gertman there out is quite early on here. And this is quite a long circuit. This one is, of course, we're nudging at the 85-second mark, aren't we? And that's on a quick lap there. So it's going to take the best part of probably 1 minute and 3/4 to get around on an outlap. Then, especially when you're like harvesting, you don't want to lose any tire performance. You don't want to make sure you're not using any battery power as well on this outlap there. German there, looking like the old German tonight, isn't he? Doing a good job then. These times are ridiculous, Cooper's saying. And sash windows, Serious Merchant was saying, and it's a window, still not still then, haha. Goodness me. I must say, you learn a lot of things on these streams, don't you? My goodness gracious me then. Keep your comments coming in, ladies and gents, and I'll try and decipher as much as possible, but please do not use bit of words I do not understand, which is about 95% in the English dictionary. We got German just preparing it up and letting go. It's letting go on a quick lap as well. And the German's currently on 40% of the pole position for vote for pole position. Now we've also got Keza on 47% now. Mortu's currently pole position 7%. 2 minutes in this qualifying session left then. Here we go then for this it then. I think this is all or nothing now for German. German now, who will be going for his 9th pole position of his career. Of course, Immortal going for his 4th pole position of his career. I said 2. I said his second earlier on. Then I apologise profusely. I wonder how Brabant is going to cope with today, with gold today. Then their different gravy. Will he be in the mix then? Rabbit will crush it, and at the moment Rabbit is doing a good job in 7th position, I must say. I think a lot of drivers are they going to be surprised? I don't think so. I don't think so at all, because Brabant is a very good peddler indeed then. Like this man here on screen then, which is German. German they're coming out of Luffield, then flicking it now over the old grid hatch as well. That Mercedes getting well on the way. I think that's Marquis. It is Marquis, the only Mercedes in the top 10 shootout here. On board with German there, and there's a lot of traffic in front of us here. It's the 2 Alpines, and I think there's also I think there's a Ferrari in there as well. It is a Ferrari in there, and it is Percy there. Oh goodness me, very close to the racing line now. No think German's going to appreciate that. Down the back straight then. This is a game of inches. This one is tonight, isn't it? This is all or nothing. Then a single mistake, a single issue. Oh, German's in the pits there. And have I missed the track of bad days? I probably have, but German's not on pole position tonight. And he is furious, I'm sure of it. Then I just found it from the characteristics of the car coming into the pits. Goodness gracious me, as just watching Mr. Rage and Bull coming down the hanger straight now. And coming down the hanger straight now. So just flicking it into turn 1 then. Just flicking it in to the final couple of turns now then for Mr. Raging Bull. And here he comes, and out of the final turn. Apologies, my sister's messaging me. I'll tell her to go away. Mr. Raging Bull going full fastest there. Great, good time dealing on row 4. Keza's gone second fastest, and it's exactly the same time as Immortal. Good heavens above. Magnificent. Bravi has moved up into 6th fastest there. What about the Williams? I hear you asking Cam. Cam is 9th fastest in the Williams car. These times are ridiculous at the moment there. Box Sally is found 5300 second up in the second split time. Immortal's going faster still. Immortal's going fast too. He's currently got pole position, and he is going for his 4th pole position of his career in ALR then, as he comes out of Stowe and into the final few corners now then. And here he comes then, and not jumping over the curbs. I'll ruin your lap then. Immortal going to be the first final pole position for the season 10. He currently is. He's at a 24.9. My goodness gracious me. What about his teammate? Boxtown's pole position. His 17th pole position of his career in ALR. Marquis across the line, stays 8 passes. And what about the world champion? The world champion's only 9th on the grid then. And it is pole position for Boxtown. His 17th pole position of his career in ALR. And it's an Alpine 1-2 to start this season. Wow, incredible stuff indeed there. Well, that was a very relaxing qualifying to start us on our journey of the season 10. Then boxed out pole position by 700 second for Immortal in second. Keza in third position. 4th is Gurman. That mistake at the very end of qualifying cost him maybe pole position or at least the front row. He'll be starting 4th. Mr. Raging Bull, great qualifying in 5th with Brabbit in 6th position. Good stuff for Brabbit. And Indigo 7th with Marky 8th, Percy 9th, and Cam were completely top 10 then. What an incredible qualifying session that was, and we'll be back after the break with these short messages.
BoxBox Hub is an absolute essential for any Formula 1 fan, and the entire app with new widgets, statistics, localized race schedules, and countdowns, you name it. They even have support for Apple's new live activities feature with real-time updates during a race right on the lock screen, and honestly, some of the best looking widgets I've seen.
Welcome back, everyone. Then, of course, what an incredible qualifying that was. Oh, I wish I got rid of that cough before before I unmuted myself. What an incredible qualifying that was. And crazy times, Rocket Lee is saying. Off to esports, if you had a serious question to say. And Slayer, wow. A mad qualifying there from Moomin as well. It was incredible stuff indeed, wasn't it, that qualifying session? And now, of course, by the way, the voting was Gurman 41%, Keza 41%, 11% for Cam or Immortal, and 5% for Boxtel. So, Boxtel got the pole position, and that's his 17th pole position of his career as well for Boxtel. Really incredible stuff indeed from that man. He is just incredible, isn't he? He's just incredible, isn't he? And that is Alpine's first pole position of the season because it's, of course, their first race of the season. As you can tell, I'm very good at maths. Right then, as we are now just waiting for the drivers then to get themselves sorted, and we'll get going for the start of the British Grand Prix as well. Let me get rid of all these notifications, shall we? So then, season 10 of ALR just had a Ferrari just teleport out of the ethos there. I'm not sure. I think that was Troy, wasn't it? I believe it might have been. Right. Anyway, let's go for the grid, shall we? There they are, the tyres and mediums for Percy, for Mr. Rage, and from Nameless. Everyone else is on the... Everyone else on the hard tyres there. I've just seen Percy saying, love getting overtaken when starting a lap. Ooh, so so Percy got invalidated. Then, of course, the stewards probably would like Percy to report and have a look at that, because that might have cost Percy a couple of positions there at the very least. Anyway, 26 laps around this circuit, but well, hopefully we won't start off with a report, would we? Really? But goodness me, the drivers have to behave themselves, of course, don't we? Come on, Pillars and Troy is done, and let's go for the grid. That is an Alpine 1-2 there, and it is Boxtel, 17th pole position of his career in ALR. And goodness me, I think he's only five behind the all-time pole position record, or 6, which I think was set by Fanjo, 23 in the whole of ALR, and I think there is 22 pole positions in the Gold Championship then, so which I think was Emerson with 22 pole positions. So Boxtel, pole position number 17 there. Alongside him is Immortal on row 1 there. Let's see what the Alpines can do in the going first and second. Then third position is Keza with German in 4th. 5th position, Mr. Rage with Brabbit in 6th. Great stuff from Brabbit. Indigo in 7th with Marky 8th. Percy is not happy about what happened in qualifying. He is 9th. Cam in 10th position in the Williams machine. Then both the Williams Constructors, the Williams and Constructor Championships, only 10th and 17th. We have got Red Bull currently in 11th position there. 12th position is Tango with Nolsey in 13th, Sloth in 14th with Nameless in 15th. 16th position is Troy, and that's a big surprise. 17th position is Coop with Chappers in 18th, Liam in 19th, and Pillar said rusted to the nail. He said he's down in 20th position there. Boxtal has made a mess of his grid slot there, and he is going to be starting slightly further behind the line than he would like that, as all 20 cars are now lined up on the grid now, preparing themselves for the start of season 10 of ALR. 2, 3, 4, 5. Action! Lights out, and here we go for the British Grand Prix. And Kez has had a superb start there, but he can't go anywhere. But he is up into second as well. And as they all go away through Quirlini, was that debris, I think, or it might have been a bird? I'm not sure. Or is it a plane then? I don't know. But Immortal's down 2 positions. German is fighting his way up through, and he's into third position already. Immortal's had a terrible start. Mr. Rage and Bull has had got a bit squirrely as well. Indigo's past Broder, but look at this, and Boxout trying to defend from Kez. He's all over the gearbox and Boxout as he go down the Wellington straight there. He's on the outside, Kez, but Boxout defending his line. And into left field as well. He's gone wide though. Kez having a look up the inside. No dice at the moment. German third. Immortal fourth. Mr. Rage fifth. Percy is up in the 6th position. His old tricks like last season there. And Cam has got past Marcus. They're going side by side. Look at that second Ferrari. That is Troy in the second Ferrari. Going into Cobb's corner. Cam is through then. Can Marky have a go? No, not quite then. Troy is alongside Tango here. And Tango there gets 12th position in front of Troy. Down into 13th. The 13th is Troy as well. Down the back straight once again. Look at this. And look at the top three. They're all over the gearbox of each other. Like, goodness gracious me. Kez is going for it again. Then he's got the pace. Kez has. And the Everett is going to swoop on the outside and take the lead of the British Grand Prix. Fantastic. Keza leads. Boxhouse having a sniff, but no Dyson. Keza, and now German's on the outside, but more time to sniff on the inside as well. Almost contact there. Coming through to complete the first lap as well. There's yellow flags. Pillars is having issues in the back of the field then, with all kinds of shenanigans going on in the background. Look at this. We've got 3 abreast and out the final turn. Incredible stuff indeed then. And Pillars is just dropped right to the back of the field there as well. Keza leads. Second position, Boxtel. Third is German then. And my goodness gracious me, that serious motion. Keza means business. Let's go for what movement is saying as well. It's go, go, go. Marky and Toy Coin are swapping positions there out to the loop, and now down the Wellington straight there, and now the Red Bull is in front of the Mercedes car. We've also got Troy up 4 positions as well. Cam up the inside there into Brooklands and into the points as well for the Williams car. He's back where he started. Marky down into 11th position there. Troy up into 12th position, and Tango down into a 13th position, back at the front. And the Deltas are all a bit skew whiff at the moment there. Ignore them for the moment there to go to Cop's corner, and then his Boxtel, then his German, and Mortal is also in the leading pack as well. There's Percy up into 5th position. Percy is on the medium tire then, which is going to be quicker at this stage of proceedings. listen, but he will have to go into the hard tire later on in this race. But he will have a Delta, but he will have a, he will be able to do an undercut, won't he, going down the back straight, if it all goes his way. Then, and look at this, and German is still trying to get past Boxtel, and he's on the outside into Stowe corner. Look left, that's incredible. German is through, and he takes second position there. As, yes, he's through, passes the Alpine, and Alpines who were first and second, it's now down, it's now second, it's now third and fourth position in this race, and German has had the fast up of the race. What a hot pace we have then as well. Over the brow of the hill, then DRS has now been able, this is where the fun's going to begin, and goodness gracious me, how did they not lose, how did they not lose downforce going through those first two turns? It's unbelievable, incredible. Percy all over the gearbox now for Molto, former teammates last season, now adversaries in the two different machines down the Wellington straight once again. Now we got DRS, and we got DRS German having a sniff, but nothing more than that. We'll have DRS also down the hanger straight into Stowe corner. German didn't need DRS last time, did he? Back in this battle here, and then look at this, it's the top five here. We've got a queue of cars now starting to form up behind the leading Alpine, the leading Keza at the moment there, going into Stowe corner as well. Then we got a gap between Cam and Troy. Troy just about keeping himself in DRS, and Cooper Nameless to swap positions as well in 15th and 16th position. And what a move is what a move, movement said, what a move by German, it was indeed. And now German is all over the gearbox again then of Kaz, and then goodness me, he's always pushing down the hanger straight. Here he comes, and German has taken the lead, and leads the British Grand Prix. The Haas is very much look at determined as since the start of qualifying. German has looked very much determined as ever. He wants to reclaim his crown then. He wants to become the third ever double world champion, but good heavens above, short, we're only on round one then. Out of the final turn, and German, Keza, followed by Boxtal and Mortal. That is the top four at the moment. Lucas Percy up 4 positions there. Troy is still in the position at the moment, but he's struggling to get over the top 10 at the moment. Then the former champion, Troy is there in the second Ferrari. Good gracious me. Liam, down in 20th at the moment. There's something happened to Liam, he's 3 seconds away from Pillars, who's in 19th position there. German is not out of DRS yet then, but I think that Keza might have a look then. Mortal is having a look at the moment, but Boxtel currently in third position there. Fourth is Mortal. We got Cam on the inside there. Brooklyn's now is on the outside into Luffield. Toy Coin is past and moved up into 9th position. Cam down into 10th position there. Cam using a lot of errors deployed at the moment as he's trying to go on the outside here. He's on the curve. He's going for it. He's out of the contact there, but he's through and on the outside. That is bravery there for Cam. But I don't think Toy Coin is too impressed with that manoeuvre there. It was weaving there to just, I think that's another way of flipping him the bird, potentially, down the hanging straight. Once again, German's got some pace, hasn't he, there? He is trying to stretch his lead there, but once again, the DRS is reeling back in there. We got two Alpha Taris going line on stern here. Tango and Knowlesy, 13th and 14th position now for the Alpha Taris. They have dropped back ever so slightly, haven't they, the Alpha Tari team out there? Unfortunately, both of them down in position. Marky down 4 position. Unfortunately, is the biggest loser off the grid there. Tanga, Troy up 5 position there. Percy also at 4 position as well. The 2 Ferraris flying off the grid then at this stage of proceedings. My goodness gracious me. On board with Brown now, the silver champion, and he is keeping up quite nicely, isn't he, with the top 6? Look at them all in front of him there. Incredible. Oh, my word. And must have a balanced gesture all day. Now, it's probably not very good to be shouting my lug hole off here at the moment. Is it? Good heavens above there. German leads by 5 tenths of a second there. Still there. So Keza is keeping him honest at the moment there. Keza is there, but I'm wondering there if German does feel like he's got the out and out speed at the moment, hasn't he? Over the rest of the field, I would say then. So it's going to be a difficult task to break that DRS, but German is certainly I'm giving it a go at the moment, isn't it? Incredible stuff. Incredible stuff. And Keza currently 6 tenths a second. Then, but Boxtal is now the driver on the ascendancy. We're on board now with Boxtal. Of course, pole position number 17. Then earlier on in this session, and can he get a win here tonight? Then can he get a 17th Grand Prix win for Boxtal? Then, goodness gracious me. And going in to turn into the stone turn as well there. Goodness me, just about keeping it on circuit. The one there, Mr. Raging Bull on the medium tires. Percy's passed the Mortal and moved himself up into fourth place. Now Percy needs to do that then, because at the moment there he's on the quicker tire. He needs to really be putting in some laps at home, but he can't because he's bunched up behind this gaggle of cars. Look at that then, from first to 10th, all within DRS range. And Troy 2 seconds back at the moment. Knowlesy has passed teammate Tango. My word there. So it's the top. So the first top 10 and the second top 10 in this race, with Pillars and Liam Yard just slightly beyond the 8 ball at the moment and struggling to keep up with Foreman at the moment. And Scooby Stew, Liam has got an orange wing there, so Liam is struggling then, and oh dear, we did not see what happened on stream there. We just seen him drop to the back of the field. Issues there for Liam, and that is a big shame indeed there for Liam, and that is not ideal at all. That difficult qualifying, and unfortunately now a difficult race indeed. And unfortunately, unless you have a safety car in this race, it is very, very difficult indeed then to get yourself back in this race unless you have a safety car in this one there. It is quite a straightforward strategy this one is. On board with Markey, Troy is straining for pace out there in that second Ferrari at the moment, isn't he? Really struggling at the Season 8 champion. Troy is unfortunately down in 11th position, and then the man who was runner-up in last season's championship down in 11th at the moment there for Troy. His team, we got a change for the lead whilst I've been waffling on there, and now look at that, German has been swamped all of a sudden, and Keza retakes the lead, and now all of boxed out. He's having a look there, not quite there, my goodness me. But no, so whilst we was waffling on, my goodness gracious me, but now we've also got Brabbit, and Brabbit who's fighting with Mr. Raging Bull, and we've also got Toy Coin in the facility as well, over to Hamilton straight now. Look at that then, he's on the inside then, Mr. Raging Bull trying to hang it out the outside. He's on the medium tires and trying to have the inside. He's gone up the inside, now he's gone up the outside into turn 3, and Toy Coin, and definitely up the inside. This is a great race, and then between the two drivers, Aston Martin and Red Bull then, and goodness me, and the former team of Mr. Raging Bull is having an absolute doozy here. Cam is also, there's Cam, he's on the outside into Brooklands, and Toy Coin has lost 2 positions there, and up into 9th position goes Cam. Brilliant racing. Kez has found 4/10 of a second there. Goodness gracious me, then accelerating out of the old start finish trail. Figure this, I've just dribbled everywhere. Apologies, good job you can't see me. Kez, Mr. Raging Bull's got, that's our first penalty of tonight as well. Lap 7 at 26 here. Keza leads by 4/10 of a second from German in second position. Boxstall in third then. The medium shot Percy in fourth position with a mortal fifth. 6 is Indigo with Brabbit 7th. Look at that then. There's Boxstall just pulling out the slipstream, I believe. I'm wondering why he's doing that. German all over the gearbox once again at Keza at the moment. And look at that understeer. That's appalling for the Haas driver. And Boxstall is going to have a look. No, not quite then. Looking at the inside at front tyre. Incredible drive indeed then. I'll get your comments in a minute, ladies and gents. Goodness gracious me, this is an absorbing race so far. Let's take stock on lap 8 out of 26 here. Keza leads half a second in front of German, who is 3/10 of a second in front of Box Tower, right on board with now. Percy in 4th position. I'm surprised he hasn't got through the top 3 here on medium tyres. I say I'm surprised. I am not at all. I've just contradicted myself. That's a car round. That's Brabbit who spun the car. And I think there is contact in the background there. And Brabbit's first gold race as a gold driver has unfortunately had an issue. He's spun and he's down in 15th position there. I wonder if he got tagged by Toy Coin or Cam potentially there. Markey as Troy was into the top 10. He's now back down in 11th position there. So as soon as Troy got into the points, he was out of the points there. Troy is struggling for pace out there. He's on the same tyre as the drivers around him. He just hasn't got the pace of that Ferrari. 2.5 seconds then separates the top 10. I think it's Mr. Raging Bull, because they have lost touch, haven't they? Or maybe I'm pointing the finger, and I should stop pointing the finger and wait to see what happened there. My goodness gracious me. Incredible stuff, but Kez, who's still 4/10 of a second in front then of German at the moment. Look, here's Percy! Not quite, though. I thought Percy was going to go for a lunge then on the back of the Alpine car, who was out in the background now. I think that was a mortal, getting very shaping up a movement. Troy is back in past Markey. There he goes on the outside into Stowe corner, and the AlphaTauri of Knowles, he wants to be a part of this action. He's on the outside of Markey. Former teammates there, goodness me, but of course there's no love lost in war. Is fantastic. Knowles now in 11th position there. Can he get into the top 10 for the AlphaTauri team? Incredible driving indeed. Lap 9 out of 26 here. What an incredible race this is going to be. Oh my word. By the way, Sean, my dad says he reckons you do a better job in property. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that indeed, I very much appreciate that. However, I probably couldn't, to be honest, because I have no idea what goes on, to be honest, in most of the races. I don't really know what's going on now, to be fair, but I appreciate the kind words, sir. Oh, that's contact with the back of BoxBox's rear posterior. Oh, sorry, I was coughing there. Part of the rear posterior box now. That's not gonna settle the car. As Percy, there's history between these two championship rivals, isn't there? And Percy getting a bit of a wiggle there, as I think he's not too happy at all there. Brabbit is going to be fuming with that, and Serious Mushroom is saying there, goodness me, unfortunately there, Brabbit down in 15th position. As I've already mentioned in this race, second penalty of the day for Coop this time. As we already mentioned, unless it's a safety car, it's very difficult to really get yourself back into this race. And takes the lead is German there. Of course, he didn't win last season, did he? German didn't there, which is a very rare occurrence. I think German's won in almost every single season he's participated in ALR. So very unusual then for German not to win a race last season. But goodness me, he's on fine vessel at the moment there. Goodness me, then out to the front, yellow flag, and what is occurring there? And oh my gosh, there's all kinds of anarchy there coming out of the front with Slough. And look at this, and there's a Mercedes and Brandon out in 10th position. There's a pit stop jam, and Knowles is in the pits, and going on the inside. Then is the Mercedes, not quite a Nameless is off the circuit. No, it isn't. It's about contact there, and oh dear, and that's damage to Chapper's car. I don't know whose car it was. I'm thinking that there's a lot of debris come off of someone's car. And dear, oh dear, and Nameless is off the circuit as well now. Then of course we've had some great racing, but that looked a bit. I must say that did look a bit, I think a bit rusty on the driver's parts there potentially. Goodness me, but there's yellow flags out there. Knowlesy has come into the pits, has he? No, Tango, as I apologise, Tango's into the pits. Goodness me, I'm still getting used to the names. I think I read before the start of the race how, I think it's from Serious Mushroom, but how unusual it is for drivers being different cars. I'm still getting used to it as well. Goodness gracious me. Absolutely incredible stuff there. Coming down the hangar straight once again. Lap 10 out of 26. All kinds of shenanigans there. Troy is leading that second gang with Cosper there. 8 seconds away from the top 9 now. That's not ideal at all. Is it then going into the final couple of corners as well? Keza is still there or thereabouts. Percy is still in second position, fourth position there. I wonder if the medium tires not made a difference at all. Tango's gone on medium tires from the hard tires. I think Tango has there. That's not ideal. He's going to have to make another stop surely. I don't think the medium tires can get to the end from there. But then again, I have been wrong, and usually we're too far away from half distance actually, which is quite surprising because this race has absolutely flown by. And Walter on the inside of Percy there. Good heavens above. We haven't even passed the watershed yet. But look at this. Percy once again, love the helicam shots here in Silverstone and throughout the Grand Prix circuits of the world. It's absolutely spectacular stuff indeed. Markey in the pits as well. I thought we had damage down. It's the second Mercedes. Both Mercedes there have had damage early on in this race. Not ideal at all for the team that was third in the constructors last season there. And that's a big blow indeed. Then Percy still chasing the Alpine team down at the moment. Just back on board once again with the Ferrari, as we're hoping going to have a bit of calmness now, I think, in this race. Having said that, I don't expect it for too long now. So far, we've got 3 penalties out there between Sloth, Coop, and Mr. Rage. Looks like there's more overtaking coming down this back straight there. There's a lot of cars moving around in front of us here. I can't believe it. Cam is not going to get past Toy Coin there, because I thought that he was well within DRS side, and he also was about a couple of tenths away, but no dice at the moment. But Toy Coin was being towed along there, wasn't he, by Mr. Raider. Oh my word! There, lap 12 out of 26. Just rushing him. German out of hers, and I think the mediums will make it then. To be fair, the exact words were, I reckon he'll do a better job than Coffee, and that old guy. Thank you very much, Coda. I, of course, only read out the comments to praising me, of course. I joke. Right, we've also got, yeah, keep your comments coming in, ladies and gentlemen. Then the Murray Walker of Esports and League Racing. Oh, if only I was, and I can't even hold a candle to that great man. He's fantastic, isn't he, Murray Walker? God rest his soul. Tango free fastest up there. Into the pits comes Brabbit there. Also Tango's on 2-lap over medium tyres there, but Serious Mushroom believes that he can make it. Marky also on the medium tyres as well out there. Liam has got no pace there. He's not coming to the pits just yet. Liam hasn't there. Unfortunately, a nightmare race at the start this season. Gurman still leads though. Well, I say still leads. Him and Kez have been swapping around like since the start of this race. Look at the Gaggle cards in the top 9, all within DRS still. Troy is in the second Gaggle cards, and look at this. There's Gurman there. It looked like he let him through there. Gurman did there, but when he got DRS and down that back straight, it's so wide that it's very difficult. It is very difficult to defend that. None of the top runners in the pits yet, and I was expecting to maybe see Percy in the pits potentially. Cam is past Toy Coin, because Toy Coin has come into the pits now for the Red Bull team, and this is first pit stop as a Red Bull driver. So let's see the Red Bull team, probably the second best mechanics in the world behind the McLaren Mercedes team. He comes to the pits now onto the medium tyres before coming out then, and there he goes then. So where is he going to come out? It's a very long pit lane, this one is there. That's why it's a one-stop strategy more often than not. He will be out in front of Tango, I believe. Kessel leads, and as you can see, it looks very nice and serene, doesn't it, when you're on board? Well, that's contact there, and unfortunately Cam has spun Mr. Rage down into Brooklands. And oh dear, and I wonder if that was too far back. We only caught it at the very end there, but Cam spun Mr. Rage at 4, and that is not ideal at all. Marcus at the fast out race. That rule is still in place, there, because that is different to the real world of Formula 1, where you can get a point for fast lap wherever you finish, as long as you finish the race. Of course, it's the top 10 in the real world of Formula 1. The reason why they don't have it in the real world of Formula 1, mainly because then championship, some of the championships doesn't get decided or anything like that, which I think it did in the Formula E Championship one year. Was it season 2 or season 3 with the grassy figure, wasn't it? And well, talking of which, into the pits. No, we'll talk about it later, because the race leader of Keza is into the pits here. Remember, Keza's not won an ALR race before, and remember, mine and Knowlesy's, well, it was more my prediction there, because Knowlesy does not. Oh, Mr. Rachel 4, a terrible lap on lap 13 of the British Grand Prix for Mr. Rachel 4, being spun around, and then a 5-second penalty as well. Of course, we're in our season preview. We did say that Keza is probably the most likely to be a new Grand Prix winner this season there. I mentioned it there, of course. Nosy agreed with me, but did not want to say it out loud, did he? Painfully slow pit lane is what Serious Bush was saying, definitely. And here comes Box now, retakes the lead. He hasn't had the lead since the opening lap, I don't believe, but he's back in the lead now, and he is through. Keza coming in earlier than on the hard tyres than what Percy has on the medium tyres. Quite shocking there. Where's Keza come out? He is 7 seconds in from behind Nameless, but he's very close to the back of Toy Coin. That is a very powerful undercut here, and I think that Keza pitted early because he's seen those Gaggle cars, and the same with Indigo as well. They've seen those Gaggle cars that are flying on their outlaps, and they did not want to be behind them there. But unfortunately, Keza's going to have to get defended now, because Toy Coin has inserted himself very much into the mix for this Grand Prix win there. Gurman is struggling out there at the moment. There, we just did a comment from Mushroom a couple of laps ago about the ERS deployment on the Haas car, and I wonder if that is the Gurman has done the opposite. Boxtal is in. Percy is in as well then, and I thought that Percy went to the back of Boxtel then, and now Mortal has had to stay out there. This is the downside about having 2 top drivers there in the same team, because they would have to accuse then. Of course, there's only 1 pit box per team then. There's the Ferrari of Percy into the pits now, and doing a good job on the medium tyres. Now on the hard, so he may have a pace disadvantage now. Boxtel is on the medium tyres there. Knowlesy is moving himself into full position. Troy is on the 5th. Where's Kez Keza, I hear us, and Keza has actually stayed in front of Toy Coin now. They're still trundling down the pitch. Toy Coin is at the fast of the race there, and now then Keza is going to be in front of Boxtel. There they are, and say, come on, we didn't have the wrong shot there, and there they are, and they're out behind Toy Coin. I wonder how that's going to be a bit of a surprise there from Boxtel Percy potentially, or maybe not then, as they probably knew exactly what was going on there. So at the moment, German leads then with a Mortal on second. I'm surprised German didn't come in the pitch though. Kez hit it on the head, I think then. Serious Russian was saying that I think that Kez nailed it, didn't he? At the moment, of course, he has not won a Grand Prix, Kez hasn't then, but currently is looking in the box seats, but we have still got 12 laps to go of the first race of season 10 of ALR. And my goodness me, what an enthralling race it has been so far. Remember, gold races now start, well, the stream will start traditionally about 10 past 7 now-ish. And of course, well, so the session itself starts at 7:15 now. As into the pits goes Mortal. German has stayed out again. I'm wondering if German is trying to go on the soft tyres for the stint here. I'm wondering though if this might be a mistake strategically, a mistake in the strategical region in this race potentially. But what do I know? I'm just a ginger fool sat on my poof at the moment there. Normally I commentate standing up, but I'm absolutely knackered. Into the pits comes Nameless as well. And we've got Nolsey and Aborto also in the pits there. And going on the medium tyres. And on board Toy Coin now, who is set another fastest lap of the race. Toy Coin pitting a lap earlier has really inserted himself into this race and is absolutely flying. Now there's Boxtel, then we have Percy, then we have Indigo in there as well. Percy is on a different strategy to the drivers around him. Percy is on the hard tyres, everyone else is on the medium tyres. As the times change for all leagues, no mushroom, just for gold then. Mainly because it's a Sunday night and we just started 15 minutes earlier, so we can get to bed 15 minutes earlier, really. mainly for my sleep patterns, to be fair, as I'm getting old now. As I'm embarking on my 35th year on this earth. So yes, I do need my beauty sleep these days. German leads by 3 seconds now from Cam, who hasn't pitted yet. German, nor Cam, nor Troye. The first R2 pit is Keza at the moment. He's in 4th position. Toy Coin is now in 5th. Toy Coin is very much in the battle for this Grand Prix win now. We have got Boxtel in 6th, and Cam is down to the pits as well. Let's see what tires he goes on. 7th is Percy, 8th is Indigo, Immortal 9th. He's 2 seconds back there as the pit stops. I said, look, Boxtel's through, passes Toy Coin and moves himself up into 5th position. A very opportunistic manoeuvre there from Boxtel. And through he goes. Immortal 9th, Tango in 10th position. Cam is still in the pits at the moment. Mr. Raging Ball in 11th, and with Sloth in 12th. Coop 13th, Nosey 14th, Cam's on the soft tyres, Nameless is on the softs as well. Liam is struggling, he's got major damage out to this. I think he's cruising around the back about Liam It's hoping for a safety car, I think, unfortunately then. Gee, Sean, I'm 6 years older than you. You're still a puppy. Oh, I don't feel like a puppy at the moment there. Goodness me, I feel like an old dog yeller. Just someone in Percy. He's got some speed on those hard tyres. And going up the inside there. Passes Toy Coin, runs him out of road there. And goodness me, that was a very late manoeuvre there, wasn't it? And look at this. And Indigo also wants to be in part of that action as well. Toy Coin jumping down the order. I'm wondering now how Toy Coin's tyres are going to be doing for lap over, and potentially the same with Keza as well, because now Boxtel is finding some speed out there. German still leads, 16 seconds gap over himself and Troy, then he's got a 21-second gap over himself and this battle here between Keza, Boxtel, Percy and Toy Coin. Tango's got a 3-second penalty. Into the pits comes German now. And look at Boxtel set in 3rd position. I'll get my words out of Betsy. Passes Keza, but Keza's come back at him on the outside here. He's got just about Alfa Romeo's cars with, but nothing more than that. And Boxtel keeps the keeps 3rd position, which will turn into 2nd position. And the Haas mechanics have gone to work then, and now soft tyres for German there. He's got 8 laps now for German. I do feel Mushroom. Forget the zero at the end there, Lol. As out of the pits now comes German. I feel that that's the wrong strategy. I don't know. Indigo might be a good shout for a podium for me then, as he is now past Toy Coin and up into fifth position. Indigo is. I feel that's the wrong strategy for German in camp, especially for German, who potentially throwing away a Grand Prix win here. But I have been wrong before. I am probably wrong again. Of course, these drivers know have a lot more information, knows a lot more about the strats around here. But he's got 4-second deficit between himself and the Mortal. Then he's got to get past the ball. Then he's got 2-second deficit between the Mortal and Toy Coin, and he's got to get past Toy Coin, Indigo, Percy, Keza, and Boxtel if he wants to win this race. Troy also hanging it out as well. I think that there might be a bit of goal hanging out there for Liam Yan Troy, then, who was probably hoping for a safety car. No safety car at the moment, no DNS, no retirements either at the moment. Keza having a look at Boxtel, who's somehow back into the lead of this race. They're incredible driving there for Boxtel. Didn't look too good, did it, on the opening stage there with Keza and German leading the way there. But the Boxtel very much using his experience to brilliant effect here, and it's now got a 5/10 per second gap there. Sauce for Troy, I think so. Hello there, apologies, I wasn't there tonight, Chaz. Do not worry, my good sir, and we cannot wait to see you back in is it Austria next week? I don't know. I should probably check, shouldn't I? Goodness me, this is from Bound random calendar. I don't know where we're going. What's up, Charlie there from Serious Special as well. Thank you very much for your comments on that. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate you giving up your Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening to listen to me waffle on about Formula One machines. Out of left field, takes the lead. Boxtel does. I do not sound too excited there because Troy is on a completely different strategy here, and he is on 18 lap old hard tires. He started the race on the hard tires. So I would have been absolutely beside myself if Troy was able to fight that one too hard. That he hasn't got the tools for the job at the moment now on those tires, so he has to yield in this one there. Now here comes Keza now through, and I'm wondering then, and look out, I think the Troy eased off there. It's actually eased off all of them there. Hands off there to Troy. Then very Troy knows about being in a title fight though, doesn't he? So the podium positions on lap 20 out of 26 is this. It is Boxtel, Keza and Percy as the top three at the moment. Indigo is going to set the pass on the race. Indigo in fourth position, just off the podium mode. And Toy Coin's brilliant strategical call has elevated himself up a few positions, and he is now in fifth over. Mortal in sixth. German is seventh with Cam 8, Mr. Rage in ninth. 10th is Novelty. Into the pits now comes Troy on soft tyres. So Troy might be going for fast lap here, but he's well off the pace the former champion is tonight. We've got Mortal passing Toy Coin, but Toy Coin, Mortal is through into fifth position. Oh my word. I got real bad indigestion again. I don't know what it is. Goodness me. I don't think I've even eaten anything, but I had such bad indigestion. I actually turned down a KFC as well, which I'm absolutely devastated by. But I think I also turned it down as well, knowing that we're going to be back for ALR tonight. And I did want to spend half the stream in the lavatory, just watching Percy. And where is Germany here, Assad? He's about 2 seconds away from Toy Coin now. Is Germany? He is pulling Cam along nicely. I still feel that there he is in the background. Now he has a chance, but he's definitely got to make it hard for himself here. Boxtel leads, going for his 17th win of his career. And what a perfect way to start this season. And a terrible start to last season there. But this season there, Boxtel looking strongest. This time in the Bahrain race last year, he was out of the Grand Prix, wasn't he? He was out of the Grand Prix when, I'm not sure, was it him and Troy that came to blows? I think it might have been there. Rude, Sean. I know, but I know it's unfortunately my controller does not stretch to as far as the bathroom, mainly because I've got to charge it as well tonight, which is shocking stuff indeed. Down to the Wellington straight once again then. Immortal is about 3/10 of a second away then. And Immortal's starting to reel in Indigo now. Indigo is about 7/10 of a second away from the top three in this race. I'm surprised how quick Percy is on those hard tires, you know. I thought that Percy was going to struggle on this final stint there, but you can never doubt the world champion, can you? Really good stuff indeed there for Percy in this one today. Poor qualifying there. That is the chink in the armour of Percy, but my goodness me, it comes through the field. It comes through the field like a hot knife through butter. Pillars and Chopper swapping positions there, as Pillars has won that mini feud at the moment. But I'm wondering now if if this feud is going to continue down the back straight. I think it might continue down the back straight. Back on board in Chappers in 15th position at the moment there, as going wide into Cop score. 4 drivers got penalties so far with 5 laps to go in this race. And drink some. I don't know, but I don't. Does that work? I can love it in the fridge. I think the only thing I've got in the fridge at the moment is I think just a bag of ham. To be fair, yes, I do not plan very quickly, do I? The driver of the day, Geordie, Keza, Percy and Indigo is your drivers of the day. Then get your votes in, ladies and gents. And on the inside goes Chappers. Percy is still hanging it on the Pillars is still hanging it on the outside there. Pillars has to keep in 15th position there, but of course this is the first race for. I missed that overtaken. Look at that, and Percy on the outside, up in 17th position. Percy, Troy is, goodness me, I'm getting my names mixed up. Goodness, you can tell I'm in my late in the mid 30s now. Troy will get that point for fastest lap there. Now then, boxed out leads. Kez second, Percy third, Immortal fourth, Immortal fifth with Indigo fourth, Toy Coin. Now German is in DRS with just 5 laps to go in this race now. 5 laps to go then in this race, and on board now with German as and goodness gracious me, the milk stops heartburn in indigestion. I wish I had some milk now, to be fair, because then I would have had my KFC. Pillars and Chappers are still fighting. Goodness me, they're having an almighty scrap here. Look at that as they're going side by side over the old star finish straight here, which is anything but straight then. And now Pillars is going on the outside. No, he is then. He might be able to go back up and under. No, he can't there. And the Chappers has got 15th position there. Into the pits now comes Liam Yeh, hoping to go for fast lap. Liam Yeh said after his race was pretty much ruined with damage on the opening skirmishes of this race, unfortunately. Here they are. There he is, German there. And German has got 6 cars in front of him then, between himself and the win then. He's got 3 cars between himself and the podium place there for German. What has he got then in his repertoire then? Is those soft tires going to be able to last then? There's Keza. I wonder if Keza's just like sitting back at the moment and knowing that they're going to just keep passing and repassing each other. So one of these is just sitting back at the moment, Keza is, and just sitting back at the moment, Kez is, and they're just waiting for his opportunistic moment to strike them potentially. On board now with Kez, then in the Alfa Romeo Silver. Of course, that's the last time we're going to be saying that this season. If Toy Coin's got a 3-second penalty, which is going to cost him that 7th and 8th position in this race. So he's going to finish 8th, unfortunately, for Toy Coin, which is very disappointing indeed then for the Red Bull driver then. And look at that then, once again, there's Keza having a look, but nothing more there. And look at the background there, Immortal gets it, shaping up for a manoeuvre there, but unfortunately he's too far back at the moment. I feel that this one is just very much in hibernation mode at the moment there, as we count down to the end of this race, and I feel there's a lot more action to come then. It's so close between the top 7, 8 cars in this race. Sloth is, my goodness me. Whoa, and more banging wheels down the back straight between Coop, who has had a great race in 12th position, Sloth in 13th, and Brabbit, who possibly could have and should have been in the points there, but unfortunately got spun by Mr. Rage there, unfortunately. German has not made any positions in that last lap there. Kazza 67% of the vote there, Jordy 17%, 7% for Indigo. No driver today so far for Percy. Kazza's out down into third now, with Percy over the second there. And look at this, and they're fighting out of left field. And then, goodness me, he's got to run him out of room there, just about gives him a fright. So German's got a 3-second penalty. Oh, goodness gracious me, that is costly for German there. Oh dear. I would like to hear German's thoughts after this race, as he's going to be kicking himself with that, because he's not going to finish, as German and who's Cam there going side by side, and that's not advisable going side by side. Drew Maggett back on board with Percy, who is giving Keza all kinds of irritation, almost as much irritation as my suggestion to go into Stowe corner once again. Coop's got a 3-second penalty. German's passed Toy Coin on the outside here. Toy Coin has a penalty as well, so that is a change of positions there. German's through. Peller's got a 3-second penalty as well. For 3 laps to go then. Boxstyle then. I'm sorry, 2 laps to go then. Boxstyle, Keza, Percy, Indigo, and Immortal. Those are the top 5 drivers there. Then German and Toy Coin unfortunately got penalties, and I can't see them finding a 3-second gap in the final stage of this race there, unfortunately. Oh, incredible stuff indeed then. Absolute incredible driving indeed then from these top drivers. Not fantastic indeed. Troy back in the pits there, so Troy's had an issue in the second Ferrari. Nightmare day for the season 8 world champion. That's such a shame there. Goodness me, and now coming out of a left field once again now. And I'm wondering if Kes has got anything left in the car to maybe challenge Boxer. I don't think he has, you know. I was thinking that maybe Kes was going to strike on the final couple of laps, but he's struggling now and is more defence and attack at the moment. Indigo is going to have to keep an eye on Immortal, because I feel that Immortal is also shaping up for that 4th position as well, which would be a perfect start for the Alpine team. Almost, anyway, if they get a win in 5th position. They would probably arrive about a 1-2 for the Alpine team tonight. But yeah, with the team that we thought was going to the team to be in the Constructors' Championship, Ferrari are only getting 15 points there, with the other Ferrari down in 17th position, having a miserable start to the season for Troy. Troy is really struggling up there, unfortunately, in the second Ferrari. Boxtel on the final lap leads to Keza, Percy, Indigo, and Immortal, all within DRS range of each other. German down in 6th position there with Toy Coin and Cam 7th and 8th. Mr. Raging Ball in 9th, and Knowlesy completes the top 10, and then Brabbit has recovered to 11th position there. But Brabbit was very much in the heart of the top 10. I think he was in 5th or 6th position before contact with himself and Mr. Raging Ball, unfortunately. So Brabbit going to be a bit disappointed for that, and no disappointed not to get a point now. So both McLarens are yet not going to score in this one as it stands at the moment now. Down the back straight then. There's the penalty situation there. 6 seconds for Coop. Everyone else, then we've got German free, Toy Coin free as well. 8 seconds for Mr. Raging Bull. That, I think, is going to knock him out of the points, you know. Coop on 6 seconds, 3 seconds for Slop. Then we've got Pillars on 3 seconds, 5 seconds for Markey, 3 seconds for Tango as well. Then, and we go into Cop's corner. My goodness me, and Boxer. Keza's got a 3-second penalty. That is what cost him the podium. And Indigo is now going to elevate himself to the podium, unless it's going to be Immortal going to overtake them. Then we've got yellow flag as Toy Coins off the circuit. Oh, goodness me, Marcus at the pass of the race down the hanger straight then. And I think there's going to be status quo, but Keza, a 3-second penalty has cost him a podium here, and that is devastation there for Keza. Here's Boxtow out of the final turn then, and yellow flag in the background as well. And Boxtow wins his 17th race of his career, and a great performance for himself in the Alpine team there, with Percy in second, recovering from 9th to 2nd, Indigo in 3rd, Immortal 4th, 5th, Keza in 5th, Cam 6th, German disappointed in 7th. He had so much pace in this race. Toy Coin down in 8th position there. Knowlesy will finish 9th, and Brabbit might steal that point as well. No, he won't. He's just outside the points by 4/10 of a second there. My goodness me, what a start then to this race then. Liam does get a point for fast start, which has probably been one of the most toughest races of Liam Year's career in this one. But Troy, I think, is going for fast start again then, as we've had a lot of qualifying battles in the back of the field then to get that point for fastest lap in this one. No retirements in this race, and what a start to ALR Season 10. No retirements at all then. A lot of action, a lot of close races as well then, but Boxstall and Percy are going to be going head-to-head maybe for the championship this year. Do not discount out Indigo, Eva, or Immortal at this stage. Incredible racing. Serious Wish has asked a very good question. Then, what has happened to Troy? Yes, that's good. I'm surprised about the lack of pace for Troy. He was knocked out in qualifying one, and then but then in the race we was expecting him to come through the field, and unfortunately a nightmare race for the season 8 champion there. And same with Gurman in the season 6 champion as well. There, I wonder if that is a strategical error for Gurman that has cost him. I think there potentially. Goodness gracious me. But I said him to go for a podium, called it, and he certainly did there. Really good stuff. Keza then, driver of the day is still winning the vote then, but I think that Keza, that might be a hollow victory if the driver of the day vote closes now, because I do feel that he'll be kicking himself with 5th position there. Final classification then from the British Grand Prix is Boxtel. Boxtel Grand Prix winner, 17th win of his career with Percy from 9th to 2nd there. Indigo, great drive in the 3rd there. Immortal 4th with Keza in 5th. Cam in 6th. Gurman down in 7th. 8th, Toy Coid. Knowlesy in 9th. And Mr. Raging Bull gets 10th position there. Brabbit in 11th there. Just outside the points. Sloth 12th, Coop 13th, Chappers 14th, Nameless 15th, with Pillar 16th, Troy 17th, Marky 18th, Tango 19th, Liam at 20th, but he does get that point for fastest lap there. So good stuff indeed there for Liam Yaden for keeping for basically keeping at it, which was a very tough race indeed then. And Boxtel, goodness gracious me, what a race that was there. You must have been looking over your shoulder quite a lot of time in that one there. But how difficult was it in that race, knowing those 2 DRS zones all the way into the straight and down the hanger straight?
Well, it was quite tough, you know. Track also is really tough to drive and manage the tires and ERS. So it was not difficult to be on top in the end. But yeah, happy with this win, and yeah, couldn't wish for a better start, to be honest.
And a much better start than last season as well. And of course, you didn't have any points until the 4th round of the championship. Well, this one, you've opened your account with a Grand Prix win then. And surely that's going to help you with the momentum going into Austria in a week's time.
Yeah, really happy with it. I mean, last season was just a joke for me, to be honest. I'm a different me this season. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to get on that battle with Lucas, maybe Troy, or maybe Keza. But yeah, it was really awesome. Forward to the rest of the season.
And we was talking about the pressure about like you had about 8-9 cars behind you. Then how difficult was it to keep your focus set, knowing that you had such a big queue behind you, or is that just the facts of life around Silverstone?
Well, it was really difficult. I mean, you can't make any mistake, because if you make a mistake, maybe 4 cars will pass you. So it's really difficult that big of a train behind you. But yeah, it's just like I said, just focus and not make mistakes and
Congratulations today, Boxtel. Brilliant drive, and your 17th win of your career, your 17th pole position as well. Magnificent stuff indeed there. Only a few away now from the total. Magnificent stuff, Boxtel. Percy, a difficult qualifying session there where you started 9th on the grid there, but as like last season, you don't need qualifying.
Yeah, I mean, first off, it's good to be back. Congrats to Boxtel. He absolutely smashed it today. He was on fire like he usually is, and it's unlucky to not see Keza get that P2 just at the end, getting that 3-second penalty, which is a bit of a shame for him. But yeah, from my side, it's the first season I'm racing with no line, so I always knew it was going to be a bit of a struggle. I didn't think I'd end up finishing in P2, or let alone even in the top 5, but yeah, I knew the race is where I thrived the most, and just need to sort out the quali pace, and hopefully if I nail that in the future, then I can challenge for maybe some more wins.
And you was on a different strategy compared to the drivers around you. You went from medium to hard tyre. Was that to try and get a decent launch and get yourself in the thick of things at the opening stage of the race?
To be honest, I wasn't even sure what strategy to go for. Obviously, I had a higher downforce setup on, so I knew I would be able to take the tyres a lot longer. So I think starting on the mediums kind of helped me, like you said, get a good launch. I think I got a couple of positions at the start, and that just allowed me to keep with the guys in front, stay in the DRS. And I wasn't quite sure when to pit, to be honest with you. So I just kept following the guys. The tyres felt fine, and yeah, I think I can't remember what lap it was that I boxed, but I think that was just a perfect time. And then, yeah, coming out on the hards didn't feel so quick, but managed to just stick with Boxtel, overtake a couple of cars, and yeah, brought it home in P2.
And a really strong start to the season as well. Well done today, Lucas. Brilliant drive indeed. And Indigo, I must say that you was a bit under the radar, just sat there behind the top 5 drivers there, very much squabbling away. But my goodness me, then you started to really pick your modes in the second stint there.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. It's a weird race because I was stuck in the DRS train throughout the whole race and wasn't really battling anybody, to be honest with you. The undercut really helps. I managed to get Immortal, very important people, and German and somebody else in that DRS train pitted onto softs. I think it was Cami or New Zealand Cam. So I think their softs started to fade away towards the end because I didn't see them really. I did see them behind me, but I was worried because I thought they were going to be very quick on those soft compound tyres. So I was expecting them to come at me at 8 knots. But yeah, just sat in P4 at the second stint, just see if anything happens. I was just waiting for drama really between Boxtel, Percy and Keza, but they kept it very nice and clean today. And congrats to Boxtel for his 17th win. That was a great race for him despite being under pressure throughout the entire race as well. And unlucky to Keza. The only reason why I'm up here is because of Keza's penalties. So yeah, it don't really feel like a podium to me, but we'll take it. First podium of the season, first podium in the first race of the season. So yeah, it's a good start to the season.
But you didn't get any penalties at all, then. So that's kind of the way I'm thinking on that one. And of course we did hear about I think about Percy talking about like the strategies of when to pit or when not to pit. Then did you have a clear cut decision in your mind then when to pit?
Just before the rest of the guys, really, because I was last in the DRS train. I think CPI, Rage Bull and Toy Coin were hovering around my DRS, but I think they were battling too hard and I think they got into contact with themselves. So I think I was at the back of the DRS train in 6th or 7th place, and I pitted early because I wanted to undercut the rest of the guys. I tried to get Percy into turn 3, because he was on the hardcore pod tyres. I knew I had to get past him, but I just ended up being stuck behind him for the majority of the race as well. And Toyncoin was ahead of me. He pitted 1 lap before me, so he undercutted me, and he made a mistake at turn 5. And that's when I managed to get him and keep the back of Percy. So it was all about being stuck in that DRS train, really. But yeah, it's a great start to the season. I'm quite happy now with the pace because I practiced on the wrong track today, so I had no laps around Silverstone. I did struggle a lot in qualifying, and in the race I wasn't expecting much either. But it turned out to be a decent race so far. So if I put the practice in, keep putting the work in, we'll see what happens, and hopefully try and close that deficit and get more wins and maybe a pole position because I still haven't got that.
Really good stuff today. A brilliant drive for 3rd position as well. Well done today, my good man. And that is going to be it then for the first race of the season here at ALR. And my goodness me, I still got indigestion, and I'm going to go to bed now with some night nurse. Well, a great drive for everyone. Well done to Boxtel's first race win of the season in the opening round. Then 17th race win of his career. Magnificent stuff. Silver coming up tomorrow then, and the landscape of Silver has changed then with Brabbit and Tango being promoted. Then Dylan, who's the highest championship contender from last season, is going to be definitely hot to get that silver championship. Then we'll see what happens. So when Knowlesy takes you through the action tomorrow, but from here in Silverstone from Gold, the opening race of season 10 has taken place. What a start! See you tomorrow for silver. Goodbye.